A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
The new Pizza Hut Jerk Chicken Belt. Spicy melts, loaded with jerk chicken, jerk sauce, cheese, and red onion for a limited time only. Pizza Hut, now that's delivery.
The temperature by Pizza Hut Jerk Chicken Melt is
6 minutes after 9. 27 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 26 southwest in Montego Bay.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Monday, TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. It's Monday, February 9, 2025. We're alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live to Nationwide 90 FM LIVE number 2. You can find us there on YouTube. Watch the action live in studio. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live and whenever we post a video. All right, I want to say good morning to Dallon Palmer in the YouTube chat this morning. First out the blocks, I'm also seeing Sonia Hutton. Good morning to you. Martin Campbell, good morning. Merlene Russell, good morning to you. Prosette, good morning to you. Nadine Bell, good morning. S.H. Hugh Donaldson, Errol Townsend, good morning. Anne-Marie, good morning to you as well. Lornette Powell, good morning. Rupert Wilson, Ines Campbell Murray, good morning. Albert Morgan. Sophia Nemard, good morning to you. Sylvia Corley, good morning. Jennifer Phillips, morning to you too. News commentator J.A., good morning. Jillian Coleman, good morning to you as well. Poochie Lloyd, Donna Johnson, Oriel D, good morning to you. Jillian Coleman, Jacqueline Small, Ricardo Hall, Cynthia Matheson, Mrs. A, and all the others over there on YouTube. Good morning to you. I want to say big up Mark Peart. Good morning, Mark Peart. I met Mark Peart, one of our YouTubers, when I went to the Bob Marley's 80th birthday celebration, that concert that was held at Emancipation Park on Bob Marley's birthday in the evening. I was walking towards the park and I met Mark Peart. Mark, big up yourself. Good morning to you if you're listening this morning. Good morning to you if you're listening on our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, and those on our website as well. The Listen Now option there. Good morning to you as well. Katie Buello. So I'm going to skip over him. Good morning to you. All right. So this morning, well, before I go into what's this morning, I want to say good morning to the peeps over there on TikTok as well. I'm live on TikTok, Nora GB, or you can just search my name, NORAGAYEBANTUN. Did I forget to spell my name? Anyway, and I want to say a special big up this morning to Mr. Winston, aka Zinky. Zinky, big up yourself this morning. Zinky is a man who actually goes to my church, and every Sunday, I see Zinky, and yesterday Zinky tell me, say, boy, I'm listen to your program, Big up yourself, Zinky. All right. So this morning, it is Immigration Mondays, and as you know, we are usually joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahabir, and we're going to jump right into it because there's lots to talk about, as usual these days. Good morning to you, Opal and Nadine.
Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Nadine. Good morning to our wonderful and loyal listeners and viewers. Happy Monday.
Good morning, Miss Nora. Good morning, Miss Lee. And yes, a very happy Monday to our listeners and viewers.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Good morning to you both. All right, we're going to jump right into the updates. If you're new to the program, we usually get an update on immigration-related matters from both ladies, from the perspective of the United States and from Canada. And then we open the phone lines for you if you have any questions, or we take your questions from the YouTube chat as well. So I'm going to go with you first, Nadine, and then Opal.
Thanks, Nora. Nora, a little bit of history this morning. So on Saturday, the Honorable Mark Ian, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, Minister for Women and Gender Equality, they commemorated the national historic significance of the West Indian domestic scheme, which is where you had a lot of women from the Caribbean that came to Canada to work between 1955 to 1967, Nora. So it is nice to know that those that came before us are being honored for the work and the effort that they put in. And as you know, that's how a lot of persons from the Caribbean came to Canada, eventually got their residency, and then sponsored their other family members.
Yes.
Another program that I'd like to mention this morning, Nora, is the Super Visa program. This is for parents who would like to come to Canada and stay for an extended period of time. As you know, the program to sponsor parents to Canada, it is not always open. So Immigration Canada implemented what is called the Super Visa program, and that allows parents to come to Canada and stay for up to 5 years. However, you do need to get travel insurance for that parent. Up until now, you had to purchase the travel insurance from a company in Canada. Immigration Canada is now allowing that you can purchase the travel insurance from another company outside of Canada. However, you do need to ensure that they meet certain criterions. So that is another good news.
Okay.
And I'd like to quickly mention the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, which is the under the provincial nominee programs, Nora, you have different criterions for each province, and within each province, you also have what is called different streams, different categories, if you will. So it is important to understand that you meet the criterions for whatever category you're looking at. Ontario has an in-demand skill streams, and this is actually for persons who I'm going to say they're in lower skill jobs. For example, your home support workers, caregivers, meat cutters, construction trades, persons in the farming industry, shippers and receivers. So there's a whole bunch of occupations. If you're in Ontario, you've worked here for at least 9 months, give us a call and let's see if you meet the requirements for permanent residency. Thanks, Nora.
All right. So, good news coming out of Canada this morning in the program. So I hope those of you who may be affected, if you're listening, you can reach out to Nadine for a consultation to see if any of this may benefit you. We are up on the break, so when we come back from the break, we're going to get the update outside of the United States from U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:15. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security. Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's Immigration Mondays, and we're joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahabir. And we just got the update outside of Canada, and then we're going to jump over to the United States now for the update from Opal Lee. Go ahead, Opal.
All right, there are several updates for today, Nora. The first being that there's major changes expected or right now has been implemented regarding the asylum process. And of course, this came down in a memo on February 3rd. For starters, the immigration judges must now reject all affirmative asylum applications that are referred by USCIS if those applications lack the complete supporting documents. Many times, Nora, people with the asylum process, they're supposed to show supporting documents that they're a member of a particular class and that a protected class, and because of membership, they're being persecuted. Sometimes people don't have the time. They don't travel with these documents, or, they don't complete the asylum application properly. They don't have, for example, if they're doing asylum from Jamaica, they don't really have proof of the persecution. They don't have the police records. They don't have the medical records. They don't complete the asylum application. Now, if it's denied when they do the affirmative action via USCIS and they send it over to the immigration judges, they must just reject it. That's major, because a lot of time people just, trying to hold the space, the file within the 1 year period, and said, okay, later on I'll supplement it. No. If you don't have all the supporting documents, the immigration judges are now ordered to automatically reject it. The next major change, and we have spoken about this before, you and I, Nora, is that a lot of time people file asylum and they will get a work permit. I remember somebody called in this program and said, well, people file asylum and they get a work permit for 3 years because they don't have a hearing coming up for 3 years. But in the meanwhile, they get a work permit that they could work and send money to their family members. That is now dead. That is now gone, because asylum claims must now be adjudicated within 180 days. What that means, if your claim is not good, you're going to be gone sooner than later. So no worry, not gone are the days where you could just go ahead and just hope that, you'll get something within 3 years. It's now dead. And also the immigration judges can only grant a continuance in exceptional circumstance. And a matter of fact, the judge must also document what those circumstances are. And if the judge doesn't, that judge faces the likelihood that judge will have corrective action taken against him or her. And so that is definitely major. So people, be warned. If you're coming in through the United States and claiming asylum, make sure you have a solid case. Make sure it's very solid, because you're going to be brought to the test sooner than later, and make sure you have the supporting documents to show that you're persecuted. And real quick, I see some videos going around about the I-407. I've spoken about this a lot. I-407, when you're a permanent resident coming into the United States and they tell you to sign away your rights. And I see a lot of people, fearing and said, oh my goodness, I'm a green card holder and Customs and Border Patrol is going to take over my green card, let me sign. I've spoken about this before. This is for people because of their their traveling pattern. If you're a permanent resident, you're supposed to be residing in the US, not visiting. So if you are one of them who visit the United States for 2 weeks, go back to Jamaica, for example, for 4 months, 5 months, then come back in for 5 days, yes, it's very likely they're going to want to let you sign that to say, listen, give back this green card and just go back to the country and apply for a visiting visa. In those circumstances, well, always do not sign anything. Never ever sign anything. You're a permanent resident. You have rights. Tell them that under advice of counsel, you are not signing because you don't want to give up your rights at all. And then if they take the green card, you'll have an opportunity to present your case before a judge, where the judge will say whether or not you did abandon your residence. And so another things that a lot of people, they spend a lot of time outside the United States, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year. And so those people as well are likely to face the challenge of being presented with this I-407 to abandon their residence. And finally, I see another fake news going around where it says if you're a dual citizen, for example, if you're Jamaican and the US, that if you enter Jamaica, if you're a US citizen and you enter Jamaica with your Jamaican passport, they're going to take away your US is going to take away your US passport. That is false. That is wrong. Your dual citizenship, when you're leaving the United States, yes, present your US passport. And when you're return to the US, present your US passport. You are also, if you're a Jamaican citizen, when you enter and you're at the Norman Manley International Airport or Sanctus, you can present your Jamaican passport. You are born in Jamaica or you're a national of Jamaica. That is false. Why are people saying that if you give them the Jamaican passport, they're automatically going to take away your US passport or your US citizenship? That is false.
All right. So, information there from the United States, especially the asylum section of it. I want persons to listen closely. And Opal, I just want you to remind persons, just the general category of persons who can really claim for asylum.
All right. So asylum is because you're fearing persecution and you're a member of a protected class. For example, you're being targeted, you're being persecuted because, for example, of your race, your origin, your sexual orientation, your religion, and then you have to show that you're persecuted or likely to be persecuted. For example, if you're a homosexual and you're facing discrimination in Jamaica, I'm going to use that because a lot of people use that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And so, the Jamaica government right now on the books, they have where you could get 10 years hard labor because of that situation.
For both,
and so
yes.
another thing, yes, for homosexual or I guess being caught in certain situations as a homosexual. And so a lot of times as immigration advocates, we use that word to show, listen, our client is likely to be persecuted and that even the government of that country is not assisting or maybe even helping in the persecution of those people. So you have to have credible evidence of this. And a lot of time people don't have it. You cannot flee from your country because you want economic benefits. That is not a reason to file for asylum.
Exactly. So wanting a better life is not a reason, okay, people? All right, good. All right, we have many questions and I am assuming callers on the line. So let me jump right into it. Who do we have first on the phone line? Richard. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Nora.
Good morning.
I'd like to ask Ms. Opal. My stepdaughter migrated to the U.S. on visiting visa, but she got married, and shortly after she got divorced based on some abuse. So she got a lawyer and write a letter and submit it, but she hasn't heard anything until now from the immigration personnel.
Okay. All right. Good morning, caller. So I know you're just summarizing, but I can guarantee it's more than just writing a letter. There's evidence that your niece would have to submit to prove that, one, her marriage is bona fide, and two, that she's been abused by that U.S. citizen spouse. And so it normally takes a while because it could take even 2 to 4 years before a determination or before the application is actually adjudicated. And so if it is that they don't have sufficient evidence, they may get what's called a request for further evidence. So just tell her to hold tight. Listen, sometimes no news is good news. So if she has not gotten a decision, that is fine because it could have been a denial, right? So it's pending, so she's fine.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, Richard, thank you so much for calling. The caller said something in his initial statement. I'm like, He said his niece migrated on a visiting visa. And
I caught that.
I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but okay. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
I caught that. I caught that. I caught that.
Who else do we have? Natalie. Good morning, Natalie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead, Natalie. Good morning.
Okay, I am being filed for by my partner along with my two minor kids. There was an issue with the EOS and the financial evidence. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We're listening.
Yes, right. And the financial evidence for the kids was not uploaded. The system has been given problem. We sent email to NVC. It is still not sorted out. However, I have received a date to go to the interview at the end of the month. Will that affect my kids' filing, seeing as their thing is not completed?
No. It's fine. You can please make sure you go to your interview. But you should definitely try and sort out whatever that other issue is. But you can get your immigrant visa, and your kids can even get it afterwards. It's not a problem. So they're not going to deny your kids because you got through first. It doesn't work that way. If you need assistance with whatever issue you're having, whether technical issue or whatever it is, feel free to contact our office and see if we can help you with it.
Can you give me a number, please?
Continue to listen to the program. I think we're going to be giving out the number shortly.
All right. Thanks much.
All right. No problem, Natalie. Just keep listening. A question here for you, Nadine. I think coming from something you mentioned earlier in the update, this person is asking, does a cashier or a server or a baker qualify in that pathway? And it says the person's there for a year.
Good morning. I'll need to see a copy of your work permit and if you have a copy of your LMIA, if you have an LMIA. So once I see the copy of the work permit, I can confirm, Nora.
All right. So, Prosette, just give Nadine a call and see if you can book a consultation there to work that aspect of it out. This one here from YouTube for you, Opal, it says, if a parent and her children overstayed on their U.S. visas years ago, but now the children have legalized their status, can the children assist in any way to file for the mom?
That child, or if at least any of the children, is at least 21 years old now and is a United States citizen, then absolutely. As so long as the person or the parent did enter with a visa, even and maybe overstayed, but they had to have been lawfully admitted or paroled.
Okay. All right. The person followed up to say, I am unsure if they are citizens. So you're saying they must be citizens.
No, only a U.S. citizen child can file for their parent.
All right. Thank you for that response, Opal. And I'm going to allow you ladies to give your contact information before we go to the break. Opal and then Nadine.
Thank you so much, Nora. So for Opal Lee, our phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it is 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Or you may visit our website or Instagram page, where we also give a lot of information, and that's at FlowJam Legal. That's FLOJAM Legal. Over to you, Nadine.
Thanks, Opal. For Nadine Mehabir, our contact number in Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. That's 876-754-4391. In Canada, it is 1-416-249-5885. That's 1-416-249-5885. Our email address is info@cdnintl.com. Thanks, Miss Nora.
All right. We're up on the break. We're going to take the break and come back with more Immigration Mondays.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's Immigration Mondays, and we're joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahaber, and we're taking your calls this morning. The numbers to call 876-630-9371 to 4 and 618-8255. We have Audrey on the line. Good morning, Audrey.
Hi, good morning. My question is for Nadine. Nadine. Good morning to you, Nadine.
Good morning.
I recently got I got a text to say that Canada is now seeking people for, what is it called again? Caregivers. Is there any fact to that?
Hi, good morning. It sounds as if, that's probably somebody promoting their business or advertising certain immigration categories. Now, the caregiver category for permanent residency should be reopening by the end of March. If you're getting these ads saying persons are looking for caregivers, just be very careful if they're asking you to pay them to help you to find a job.
No, actually, it did say that they'll be opening that soon. And they were comments to say that they're not offering it to people there, but they're extending it to immigrants. So I think they said soon. So I just wanted to know if it is really true.
Well, yes, the caregiver category will reopen in March. I believe it's the end of March. But there are certain criterions that need to be met. And again, I don't remember all the details off the top of my head, but I can look it up and tell you next week. But again, just be careful of companies that are advertising. And again, just make sure that you're not paying companies money to find you a job.
Oh, actually, it wasn't a company. It was something it's a clip from, I think it was a minister there who was saying that he's opening up that soon. So
okay.
Okay, all right.
All right, Audrey. Thank you so much for calling.
Mm-hmm.
Another question from our YouTube chat. This one's for you, Opal. It says, my son started filing for me, and without knowing, my daughter also started another filing. Is there a problem here?
Not really. I would say whichever one comes through first, just go ahead and close the other one.
All right. And this one says, my daughter lives in the U.S. She's married to an American citizen. They have a 5-year-old daughter over there. She has a green card, been there 7 years. They come each summer. And she's saying, no, she's afraid. I guess just commenting on her daughter's situation, wondering if she's safe.
No, she's safe. And that's why, if you notice in my opening, I talked about this because there's a lot of, YouTubers and people who are going around talking about green card holders. They're taking away the green cards at the airport when they travel. And so this person is saying they travel every summer. I'm assuming they travel outside the United States, right? So they go to Jamaica every summer. That is fine. You're a permanent resident. I'm worried about people who are, cut that 6-month mark, spending 6 months or more outside the United States, or you're using your green card as a visa and visiting the US. Those are the people that need to be worried about what is going on right now. And of course, as a green card holder, if you commit any crimes, as we always state right here, if you slip, you slide. So other than that, you guys can relax. This is really not about you guys.
All right, here's another one. It says, I've been in the US for 3 years and my girlfriend and I plan to get married soon. She has a green card. Will I have an issue adjusting my status here?
Absolutely. Green card holders, if your person is a green card holder who is trying to file for you, it's not going to work. You will not be able to adjust in the United States if you have any unlawful presence, because two things be must be true. One, you must not have any unlawful presence. I mean, if you got 6 months in the country and it's now 6 months and 1 day, you can't adjust. You can't even file that adjustment application. And two, a visa number must be available, because those you have to wait for the priority date to become current. I would say tell that girlfriend right away to go ahead, if she's eligible, to file for her citizenship.
But what of his position while she is trying to gain citizenship?
Nothing unlawful. Just have to make sure he stays undercover.
Undercover? Or can he not go back to his home country and...
No. Be careful with that, because here's the thing. If he leaves now, he said she has been there for 3 years. So I'm going to assume that if you are in the United States and you have overstayed by 1 year or more, you have a 10-year bar. Meaning if you should go back to Jamaica now, or your country of origin, you have to remain out there for 10 years before, even if your wife or whoever files for you, before you can come back, unless you file an I-601A waiver of that provisional waiver to waive you, to forgive you for overstaying. If you overstay for more than 6 months, but less than 1 year, you have a 3-year bar. But if you're in the United States and you're married to a United States, they basically, that inadmissibility is not used against you. You don't have to worry about that. They will forgive you for that overstay if you're married to a United States citizen.
You see, I don't know. It's just, and I saw someone in the YouTube chat commenting on it. The person said essentially, why not just do it the right way from the beginning? Because I don't know how people do it. The constant fear, looking over your shoulder, unable to just go out as freely as you wish.
I can tell you right now why. Let me tell you real quick on that one. And this is very good. A lot of time people say, okay, they have their girlfriend or boyfriend and they enter and the person promised to marry them. Right. And then that relationship, and then by the time they have their visiting visa for 6 months and start running off, right? They will see the 4-month mark, 5-month mark. If you're planning on getting married and you see that 3-month mark, 4 months, and that person is acting shady, I am picking up myself, Nora, and I'm going back to my home country. Yeah. Some people think the relationship will work, they'll work on it and it will get better. And then now they've overstayed and the person said, you know what, I ain't bother doing this for you. I know you've overstayed, and you know what I just said a while ago, especially if you have overstayed for more than 6 months or more than a year, you now have a 10-year bar. Your visa, as they would say, mash up. Because you have overstayed now, you ain't going to get to come back to the United States. It's not going to be very easy for you to come back as a visitor. So some people will take the chance. I remember doing a consultation and said, listen, nothing going on for me back in Jamaica in terms of work. I prefer take my chance now and work as much money as I can. And when I get deported, at least I'll have enough money saved up. That's what the person told me.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess it's up to you, but I know I wouldn't want to be looking, I like freedom, I like freedom. So I guess
I would say before you overstay that visa, make sure that person put a ring on it and not just put a promissory ring. Make sure not actually said
a legal ring.
That's a legal ring, right? Not a promissory ring, because that doesn't hold up water in immigration or in immigration arena here. It does. So before that 6-month runoff, more than a ring must go on it. I do.
Or come back and work it out long distance.
There we go.
Don't stay. All right. We have John on the line. Good morning.
Morning, NGB. How are you?
I am doing good. How are you?
I'm good. And your host?
Good morning. We're doing very well as well.
Yes, morning. I have a concern here. So my daughter lives in the U.S. She's a resident. She's have a green card holder. She works for a reputable company. one of those companies that work in the skies. All right, if you read me, and she normally comes home here pretty often because her work allows her some days off. And when she gets her days off, most of the time she comes home for 3 days or so. So my concern is I've heard some rumors that even though you're a green card holder, if you travel back to your home country, you can have problem to enter back the country. Is that true?
All right, Nora, do you see why I raised those 2 points earlier?
Yeah.
Because I know that's a popular video. And a matter of fact, on my Instagram page for FlowJam, I'm going to address these. But caller, maybe you weren't listening earlier. Your daughter is fine. She's a permanent resident. She's only visiting Jamaica or anywhere else, and she's spending majority of her time in the United States. She has nothing to worry about. The videos that you have been seeing going around is for people who do the reverse. They visit their permanent resident, but they only spend 2 weeks, a weekend, a week there and there, and then they go back to Jamaica for 4 months, 5 months. And so Customs and Border Patrol will say, wait a minute now, this doesn't look right. You're visiting when you're supposed to be living. And they threaten and tell them, listen, just sign this I-407, give back this green card, and go back out to Jamaica or whatever country of origin and apply for a visiting visa. Basically what they're saying, a visit you want to visit, tell you what, go apply for a visiting visa, give us back our permanent green card. You got that? So your daughter is fine. Because she only visit you, right? Is that what you're saying? She only visit short visits?
Yeah, man, like for 3 days.
No, you're fine. She's fine. She's doing it the right way. So she's living in the U.S. and visiting Jamaica.
Yeah, and she has filed for her citizenship. She said she have about 3 to 4 months to get it.
She's doing everything the right way. She's good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, John.
I'm happy my son got his citizenship 5 months ago too.
Awesome.
So he's full.
You see, you guys are doing the right thing.
Yeah. I was just concerned because I hear people saying even though you have a green card, if you come here, you might have problems getting back in the country.
I know. That's why that's one of the openings that I gave earlier when I kind of rushed and talked about that. But she's fine.
I just came on the program. I didn't heard what happened earlier on.
No problem. No problem.
Yes.
But thank you for calling to clarify.
Yes, thank you for the help too. Thank
no
you very
problem.
much.
You take care. All the best to you, John. All right. Nadine, I see a comment here on YouTube. Not sure if it's coming from the previous caller who asked about the caregivers program. The person says the home care worker immigration pilot in Canada is scheduled to open on March 31, 2025. These new programs will provide a path to PR for eligible caregivers. And I see it in quotes, so it looks like the person took it from somewhere else. I'm not sure if before the end of the program you can just say if this is legitimate.
Nor the category is reopening because right now it is closed. So for persons who are looking at applying for permanent residency, then yes, the program is closed. I believe it is until the end of March.
Okay.
So, again, you need to go through and look at all the criterions if you want to apply under this particular category.
All right. We are about to take the break, so I'm going to allow you ladies to give your contact information once more before we go. Nadine and then Opal.
Thanks, Nora. For Nadine Mahabir, our contact number is 416-249-5885. That's 416-249-5885. In Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. And our email address is info@cdnintl.com. And Nora, what I'll do is I'll make sure I have all the criterions for the caregiver category so we can go through it next week.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Opal?
Right, for Opal Lee, our phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it is 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Or if you're following us on Instagram, it's at flowjamlegal.com. There's no W on flow. It's FLO as in Florida, JAM as in Jamaica, then legal. Over to you, Nora.
Thank you, ladies. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue taking your calls and your questions in the YouTube chat.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:46.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's Immigration Mondays, and we're joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahabir. And we are taking your calls. I understand we have about 2 callers on the line waiting, so I'm going to go right to the phone lines. Tracy, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Opal and Nadine. My question here is to Opal. So I have like 3 questions. Let's see how fast I can get them in. My daughter, she has migrated to the U.S. about in 2023, and she's working with a reputable company. But her Jamaican passport is out, and she wanted to come home and sort it out. She's a green card holder. What exactly is the procedure for her to get that done safely, based on what is going on now?
I think you're muted.
But are you
okay? Oh, go ahead.
Right. Are you saying the passport has expired?
Yeah, her Jamaican passport is expired, but she has a green card. She's a green card holder.
Okay, so she just needs to renew the Jamaican passport. She can do it in the United States, but what I know a lot of people do it, they just go to Jamaica and renew it, because you can renew it, Nora, 3 days, you can pay it expedited one.
Yeah. And you can get it in a day as well.
Yeah, it's very, very easy. So a lot of time people, if, just go to Jamaica and just renew it there. But if you say it's already expired, maybe they won't let her into Jamaica with an expired passport.
So can she travel on the green card? How does that work?
The green card is fine. I mean, it's just a passport. We just need a passport to be able to travel back and forth.
No, but can she leave the U.S. to enter into Jamaica with the passport expired? Is that okay? Can she travel?
That's the thing. I don't think Jamaica will.
I don't think she can travel on the expired passport, but you can renew. Is it recently expired?
It expired in January of 2025.
Right, this year. Okay, so you can do the renewal online. You should be able to do the renewal online and get it shipped.
So you're saying if she wanted to come home, because she's there like going
she wants to
one
come.
1.5 years now, so she still wanted to travel probably to get it done. So is it safe? Maybe not.
If you're talking about the U.S. part, that's safe. Right now, we're talking about a Jamaican issue now.
Right.
It's not really a U.S. immigration problem, but it's just a matter of that passport situation, whether or not. I know you Norway said the Jamaican passport, you can now renew it online.
Yes,
I don't
you
know
can.
How that will work for US for overseas, because this person is overseas. I'm not really sure.
I think it can be. Can it not be shipped? Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll check on that one, but I'm not sure about
that one.
I went to the passport office and they said she can get a certificate of, I don't remember the name of the certificate. I said she can get to travel. And are you?
No, I'll tell you what we have done in the past, real quick, is that we will get you go to the local consulate. So, for example, in Miami, there's one downtown Miami, wherever it is, and they will even give you a travel pass just to leave. It's like a temporary passport.
Okay, just to leave to come home.
Yes, and when you're in Jamaica, as Nora was saying, it's just so quickly to do it on Jamaican soil.
Right. So I'm seeing persons saying that you can leave with the expired passport, but you won't be able to return. But since your intention is to renew her passport, then I guess it's fine.
Exactly.
But my advice is to just do it online and get it done, so that you have no worries, and then you can do your vacation travel and visit your family and then come back with ease.
Really quickly, my advice is to just buy that ticket to go to the airport. If they let you in, I'm pretty sure Jamaica is not going to turn back their Jamaican citizens.
Right. So and more persons are saying yes, you can leave with the expired passport, but you won't be able to re-enter with the expired passport. So
correct.
So I guess
she'll be coming home to get it done.
Right. So they're saying yes. You can leave with the expired passport.
Okay, I don't know if it's possible. One other quick question: if you're being filed for, are you able to apply for a visiting visa?
You can apply for it, but there's no guarantee that it will be approved. And it all depends on who is filing for you. So if it's way out, like it's your mother or father filing for you, and you're 21 years old or over, and they know that's going to take 8, 9 years, 10 years or more, they might renew your visa or give you a visa in the meanwhile. Might, not guaranteed, but try.
Okay, and if you're filed for in 2021, how far are they now? That's the last question.
It all depends on who is filing for you.
A parent of U.S. citizen.
Right. If you're a parent filing for you and your parents are U.S. citizen and you're an adult, and you're single, it takes about 9 years. If you're married, it takes about 13 or more.
How far are they now? If the filing was started in 2021.
You didn't tell me which category. If you're married or.
Oh, they are not married. It's 21 over 21. Young adult.
I think they're at 2007. Continue to listen and I'll tell you exactly where they're at.
Okay, then, all right. Thank you so much.
All right.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your day, ladies.
Yes, and just be sure to tell is it your daughter?
Yes.
That she can do the application online, all right?
All right.
Just give her the option as well.
They're at November 2015.
Okay, then, all right. Thank you, Opal.
You're welcome.
All right. We are almost to the end of the program, but is Kerry still on the line? Kerry, go ahead with your question. Hello, Kerry?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good morning. Thank you. So I have a few questions. I think it's two. I want to know, as it relates to Canada, right? So, so the person was married, and I think they're going through a divorce now. But she wants to know if she could go ahead and apply for a Canadian visa.
Hi, good morning. So was she married to a Canadian citizen or resident, or?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Citizen. A Canadian citizen, yes.
Okay, but she's divorced from the person. I mean, when you're applying for a visitor's visa, you need to show your ties to your home country. So she's going to need to show that she has more than enough ties in Jamaica, and that her only reason for coming to Canada is only to visit.
Okay. And also with that, can she also apply for a American visa, temporary visa?
Opal?
Right, you can always apply for a visiting visa. When people ask this question, the likelihood of it's been approved is a different story. But it all depends on your ties to your home country and to show that you don't have any immigrant intent. But I've never told anyone not to apply for a visiting visa because it only can be approved or denied. So it's a 50-50 chance, right? So I might as well apply.
So Nadine, you're not saying that because she's going through a divorce, then that will not affect the process in she applying for a Canadian visa.
Well, I'm not saying it won't affect it, but that is why she needs to show that she doesn't have any intentions of coming to Canada to overstay. Yes, she needs to show 10 times more the reason why she's not going to come to Canada and overstay. So she definitely needs to have any regular visitor's visa applicant needs to show their ties to their home country. In her case, yes, it is a bit more challenging because she was married to a Canadian citizen or resident.
Okay.
So I'm hoping your friend has a good job in Jamaica, bank statements, property documents, motor vehicle documents. I don't know what her situation is, but whatever she has, she needs to show all her ties.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So much.
All right, Kerry, thank you so much for calling. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for Immigration Monday. It's going to allow you ladies once more to give your contact information before we go. Opal and then Nadine.
Thank you as always, Nora. So Opal Lee, our phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it's 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. You may also follow us on Instagram, where we also give a lot of information, and you can see our contact info, and that's at Flow Jam Legal. That's FLOJAMLEGAL, Flow Jam Legal. Over to you, Nadine.
Thanks, Opal. For Nadine Mehaber, our contact number in Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. That's 876-754-4391. In Canada, it is 1-416-249-5885. That's 1-416-249-5885. Our email address is info@cdnintl.com. Thanks, Miss Nora, and have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us this week and each and every Monday. Do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week. That's where we're going to leave it for Immigration Mondays and the Consumer Hour. Making way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Are you a residential customer who want to know if you qualify for the water bill amnesty? Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. The time by the NWC is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff Says is brought to you by Ford's newest SUV, the Territory, crafted for the modern explorer.
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for the start of another working week. On the rock, our beloved Jamaica. Yes, our beloved Jamaica. No matter what, some of us will always be true and faithful to our piece of the rock called Jamaica. No matter the problems, the challenges, yes, at Jamaica we say. Now, on Saturday morning, a video turned up on my phone. And it was the nude image of that 14-year-old girl, Price Johnson, who was viciously, violently attacked in her home at Palm Court Grove off Spanish Town Road. She was still alive, but obviously taking her last breath. And after I initially recovered from just the shock of seeing her breathing for the last time, and then the stark nudity hit me. You know, it tells us where we are as a people, where some of us are. Some of us. That here's a young girl, 14, will be turning 15 later this month, in the sanctity of her home, on her bed, obviously attacked. It is suspected that she was raped as well. And some of us find it within ourselves to reach for our phones, start recording, to post online. The instinctive reaction is not to assist, not to help, but to record that. And then to be so inhumane, to be so insensitive, to be so coarse, crass, crude, to put it up online. And some of us started to circulate it. Let me tell you something. We need to stop it. We need to stop it. We're virtually devouring ourselves like cannibals. We're like cannibals. What is it that is driving us? Someone being murdered in distress, and your instinct is to pull out a phone and to record it, to put it up online for likes? What the hell has gone wrong with us? Huh? Are there no boundaries any longer? Are there no boundaries? And it cuts across what is the Jamaican society today. The crassness, the crudeness, the coarseness, the lies, the blatant lies. It's as if that's the behavior of cannibals. Where we eat our own. We're eating our own. What is it? I don't know. Is it the water? Is it the air? What is it? How you put up that online? A 14-year-old girl, her head bashed in, and you see her struggling for life. Totally in the nude, all of her exposed. You don't have sisters? You don't have daughters? Nieces? Cousins? Friends? To pause and say, that could be my sister, that could be my daughter, that could be my niece? You're going to rob her, deny her of the little dignity that is left of her, having spent such a short, brief time here. Boy. This is new, totally horrible. And we have to call it out for what it is. It is cannibalism. We're eating our own. That child could be my daughter, could be your daughter, your niece, your sister. We're learning this morning that the main suspect in the killing of Price Johnson, last Thursday, is now in the custody of the police. He was arrested yesterday on Crescent Road, Kingston 13, and taken to the Hunts Bay Police Station. The commanding officer for the police division is one Superintendent Damian Manderson.
Yes, we did apprehend the individual who was wanted for the rape and murder of that 16-year-old earlier this week.
Superintendent Damian Manderson. Price was sexually assaulted and bludgeoned, we're told, with a hammer at her home in Palm Grove apartment complex on Spanish Town Road in St. Andrew. It's understood her attacker, who is believed to be mentally challenged, forced his way into the apartment and then escaped on foot. Price Johnson was taken to hospital where she died. After the attack, the St. Andrews South Police named Imani Lignot as the main suspect in Price's murder. Superintendent Manderson says the suspect was held at his mother's house following the cooperation of his relatives.
We managed to get the support of his family, which we had sought to engage from the onset, and with the assistance of his family, he was lured to his location, to his mother's residence, where he was apprehended by the team.
Superintendent Damian Manderson. Well, you can imagine that the reaction to how Price met her and the reactions after is causing concern, serious concerns. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, in reacting, is urging all of us, members of the public, to stop sharing photos or videos online depicting children's dying moments. I think we should stop it for children and adults. For everybody. When people are dying, remember their families. Yeah? You don't want to share that. Here is Lauret Adams Thomas, the Chief Executive Officer of the CPFSA.
The crime committed against this child is beyond
horrific. It is quite unsettling in my mind to believe that someone reportedly saw a strange man tampering with the locks in an effort to enter the premises where the girl lived. Yet there are no reports that an alarm was raised. It is even more distressing that some individuals, instead of assisting, choose to record and to circulate videos of this innocent child in her darkest moments. How have we, as a society, become so desensitized to the suffering of our children? Where was the village of protection she so desperately needed?
Absent. Busy. Wanting to get clicks and likes on social media. That's where they were, Mrs. Adams Thomas. According to the CPFSA executive, the public should immediately cease the circulation of the gruesome videos.
This must be a wake-up call. We must return to the values that once defined us. A community that looks out for its children, that intervenes when something seems amiss. No parent would want to see their child's dying moments spread across social media for public consumption. Little Price is not just a news headline. She was a daughter, a sister, and a student with dreams. The continued sharing of these videos only deepens the agony of her grieving family.
Of course. Couldn't agree with you more, ma'am. Yes? And she's also urging parents and guardians not to leave their children in vulnerable situations.
We understand that parents have obligations, but wherever possible, children should always be in the care of a responsible adult, or they might just become easy targets for those who seek to harm them. This is not just about mourning young Price Johnson. This is about making sure no other child suffers a similar fate. We urge every Jamaican to play their part. If you see something suspicious, speak out. If a child is in distress, act. Together we must do what it takes to rebuild a Jamaica that is safe for our children.
Well said. Well, the CPFSA, as part of its response to Price's killing, she has referred Price's family to the Ministry of Justice's Victim Services Division for support, and they need it. I heard the mom in an audio clip questioning why her neighbors did not come to the rescue or assistance of Price. What was it that she had done to the community? Why they didn't come to Price's help? The CPFSA is also saying that it has visited her school, Haile Selassie High School, to provide counseling and intervention for students and staff at Haile Selassie. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
18 minutes after 10.
Enough power tool, big to small. Chakama figure dig the wall. Upper Total Tools. Weed whacker figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand. Total Tools. We rent them, sell them and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When I say home improvement, landscape construction, or Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Sly Road, Kingston.
And lot C6 Jacksaw, St. Anne's Bay. Call us today.
The Ministry of National Security presents Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the AC Marriott Hotel under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace. Join leading experts and professionals to advance cybersecurity practices and build a safer cyberspace for all. Gain the knowledge and tools to address emerging threats in the digital world. To register and for more details, visit mns.gov.jm. That's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 at the AC Marriott Hotel. See you there!
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right.
20 minutes after 10 o'clock. The police have given us an update on the disappearance of a Digicel employee, Kevin Walker. Mr. Walker was reported missing on February 2. And the police are making some progress in their investigations. They are theorizing that a decomposing body found in a barrel last week on Industrial Terrace may be that of Kevin Walker. But they have not been able to conclusively say whether it is so because it was so badly decomposed. Roby and Williams has more in this nationwide report.
Our news center understands that Walker was last seen on the evening of February 1 after he rented a car from a small car rental company in Almontown. It's understood the police are probing whether Walker was beaten and tortured in order to provide his personal banking information to the suspects. Our sources say officers from the JCF's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime CTOC and the crime officer for Kingston East flagged suspicious transactions on Walker's account. These include a transfer of $700,000 from his account to an NCB account under the name Alicia Dixon. It's also alleged that the suspects used Walker's credit cards to make purchases at Carlisa and Gibbo Tradings. Carlisa is an appliance store located on Retirement Road in Kingston, while Gibbo Tradings is a grocery store located on Wynwood Road. It's understood the delivery address for the transactions was in Almontown, the same area where Walker was last seen. According to sources, the police witnessed the items being delivered to the Almontown address. Our sources say Alicia Dixon, who is listed as a person of interest in the case, has since been located and is being interviewed by detectives. On Saturday, the police named 2 people who they believe can assist in their investigations. They are Damian McFarlane, otherwise called Diamond, and a man known only as Lavar. Individuals with information that can assist the police are being urged to contact Police 119, Crime Stop at 311, National Intelligence Bureau 811, or the nearest police station. Roby Ann Williams for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Roby. 23 minutes after 10 o'clock. Well, the politics now. I saw a video recently, last week. In fact, it was sent to me. And when I saw it, I said, but wait, this can't be true. The video was about an allegation that the government of Jamaica's new social housing program, that the houses being provided under the program was not going to be in the name of the beneficiary. And I said, nothing can go so. Well, it has erupted into a political squabble now, based on a lie, because people know that these things are not so, but it doesn't suit their political narrative, and they circulate it And this is an example of the role that social media is playing in communicating and delivering messages and being exploited. So the Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, has responded, saying that this is simply not true, and making the distinction between indigent housing is not the same thing as housing under the new social housing program. Yeah? Here is Desmond McKenzie addressing the issue yesterday at the JLP's Area Council 1 meeting at Holy Family Primary School in Central Kingston.
I see them put out a thing about me, about the indigent housing program. I Prime Minister social housing program. Once it is built on government property, if something go wrong, then it is the responsibility of the government to look about it. Those persons who find their own property and come in and it's legitimate, we never tell nobody that we are going to take nothing from them. What they're trying to do is to create scandal and mischief. Lie them lie.
Desmond McKenzie. So this is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Under the indigent program, those people are housed entirely on government property. Yes? As against people under the Social Housing Initiative who put up their own land and the government builds on it. It is theirs forever. And those who proposed and circulated knew that. They would have known that. But no, that's not the objective. You see, truth is now a casualty. So long as it suits us, yeah, run it. I see, for example, yesterday or on the weekend, the political activists were at each other's throat in putting out online purported polls showing this one leading and that one leading. Yeah? Truth is a casualty of all of that. And that's where we are now. It's political war that is going on. So Desmond McKenzie was forced yesterday at pains to point out that the indigent houses will remain in the hands in terms of ownership of government because they're built on government lands. If you get a house under the social housing program, one of the basic criteria is you must own the land so it can pass down to you forever. Your land, not the government land. The government put up the structure of the houses, but the land is yours. The government can't take that.
What we have done is that we have lifted the standard of the houses that we have built. Right here in Central Kingston, we put in furniture in the house. We give people decent housing, and we never tell nobody that we are going to put them out. But all they want to do is to find something to criticize the government about and create mischief. And labor rights, you must understand the message that the housing program of this government has been nothing but outstanding.
Desmond McKenzie. And you know, politicians now have an added responsibility. And what is that? Whether you're in government or in opposition, they have to be very clear in their choice of words. They have to make sure they explain, because if they leave any room an inch open for those who would want to mislead, you can be rest assured it is going to be exploited for just that. Yeah? So Mr. Mackenzie, ministers, opposition spokesmen and whatever, they have to be careful and take the time to explain in detail what it is they are saying. And that is not humanly possible at all times. So you see the problem. Yeah? So for those who know better, they are going to be misled. Time for the break. After the break, Member of Parliament Cuthbert Flynn went on the attack yesterday at Holy Family.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness works to ensure the provision of quality health services and promotes healthy lifestyles and environmental practices for all Jamaicans. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
10:30.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is...
It's 30 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston and 29 in the western city of Montego Bay.
Introducing the all-new Ford Territory SUV, designed for those who seek adventure and crave style. The Ford Territory is Jamaica's newest SUV, which delivers the perfect combination of design, functionality, and advanced technology. Discover the Ford Territory today, where every journey becomes an adventure, starting at only $86,728 per month and backed by a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. What are you waiting for? Book a test drive today. Available only at KIG. We keep you driving.
If you owe the NWC for more than 2 years, your aged debt may qualify for a 30%, 35%, 40%, or even up to 50% discounts, depending on its age and other special circumstances. Visit nwcjamaica.com for further information. Don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. Get your share from the NWC's bucket full of goodies, serving you in so many ways.
The Ministry of National Security presents Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the AC Marriott Hotel under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace. Join leading experts and professionals to advance cybersecurity practices and build a safer cyberspace for all. Gain the knowledge and tools to address emerging threats in the digital world. To register and for more details, visit mns.gov.jm. That's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 at the AC Marriott Hotel. See you there!
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
27 minutes going up to 11. So the area councils of the Labour Party are now in full campaign mode. The two parties are now in full campaign mode. Yesterday, the Labourites gathered at Holy Family Primary School in Central Kingston. Yes, Central Kingston is going to be a battleground seat. One of the several speakers was a Member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrew, the State Minister of National Security, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, and she went after the opposition leader Mark Golding, demanding that he deals with the allegations of misuse of public funds at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn said Golding must indicate whether he intends beg your pardon, to sanction his General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
The PNP president must tell Jamaica whether he was aware of this scheme, which the Roe Campbell conversation appeared to clearly reference, a scheme where monies from the KSAMC were being distributed to PNP operatives, including unelected caretakers. Mark Golding's silence on this very serious matter is unacceptable. He must indicate whether he has demanded answers from his General Secretary, who was heard responding to concerns about KSAMC money being used to assist PNP operatives. Golding must say whether he intends to hold Dr. Campbell accountable for the despicable manner in which Campbell responded to the inquiry.
In fact, she wasn't speaking at the Holy Family meeting there. Yes, she was speaking to Nationwide News. She's also saying the PNP's lack of direct response to the questions raised about the matter indicates the opposition is operating with a high level of arrogance. According to Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn, the Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, also has questions to answer about the corruption scandal.
Mayor Swaby must tell Jamaica whether he is aware of monthly check disbursement amounting to millions of dollars, which the KSAMC has reportedly been making to a company owned by a PNP operative in West Rural St. Andrew. The mayor must state why are these checks being disbursed and for what work, and did he authorize this arrangement? If the mayor cannot within 24 hours provide a credible explanation for the reported arrangement, he must step aside.
Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, the Member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrew. Well, at that meeting at Holy Family yesterday of the JLP Area Council 1, one of the speakers was a councillor of the Norbrook Division, Susan Fraser, it is. She's a councillor for the Norbrook Division, and that's in Carl Samuda's constituency of North Central St. Andrew. And you know, there are issues there where the labor rights divided over whether it should be Mr. Samuda's swan song, Goodbye, or whether it should go to Mr. Delano Seavright or Mr. Christian Tavares Finson, the son of the president of the Senate, Tom Tavares Finson. Well, there was an exchange, should we say, at that meeting yesterday that came to my attention this morning, which indicates that the challenges that they're having in North Central, the problems they're having in North Central St. Andrew, over whether Samuda should be allowed to run again after 44 years, that those problems are not resolved, you know. They're not. Listen to this.
Susan Senior, one of the senior councils.
Yeah, one and only.
In the KSAMC.
I know we are right. I she all up and now, but the
Easy.
Yeah, no.
You hear about the SMART program?
We now vote
back. You hear about the REACH program?
We now vote back for some more.
All the good things.
And can't sit down and chat with them one chat saying one Susan Senior or Delana. We not run no joke.
Hear that? By the way, it's Susan Senior, not Fraser, who is a councillor. And she has been a councillor for the Norbrook Division of North Central St. Andrew for many, many years. And at the end of her presentation, you hear one of the laborites listen to one and only Susan Senior. And then now vote back for Samuda. Is either Susan Senior or Delano. Take it back from the top.
one of the senior councils.
Yeah, one and only.
In the KSMAC.
I
know we are
right. Boat gun. I see all of it now, but the bitch.
Easy.
Yeah, no.
You hear about the smart program?
We now vote back.
You hear about the reach program?
We now vote back for some more.
All the good things.
And can't sit down and chat with them one chat saying one Susan Senior or Delana. We not run no joke. 44 years ago.
I need that.
I mean, I feel it enough. But not like your truth. It's about to try to be by my fast to talk anywhere. But come in here polite. I'm an MP there for 44 years.
What we have been doing is the greatest effort that has ever been made.
So, the Labour Party has issues to be resolved in its stronghold of North Central St. Andrew. Yes, like it has in a number of other constituencies. Yeah? Getting messages from people up in northeast Manchester as well. That's Audley Shaw's constituency. Yeah? About the Labourites, the party not settled up there. They're not comfortable with how the thing is being managed. And this is the 10th of February. There's another matter this morning about a police raid on the home of a TikToker. Yes? Rosalie Hamilton.
Which Rosalie Hamilton, sir?
Not so the TikToker name.
No, that's her nickname. Rosalie, her name is June Dixon.
Oh, so Rosalie Hamilton is our nickname.
No, Rosalie alone.
Rosalie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the Rosalie Hamilton.
There you go.
Oh. So the TikToker is Rosalie.
Yes.
And her registered name is
June Dixon.
June Dixon.
Yes.
Why is this news? Why is this catching and so much attention in that space?
First of all, sir, it's news because the matter regarding the video that was released. So
yes.
What happened is how this got public attention is that a video of Rosalie naked in her home was released, and it is said that this was released and the video was made, first of all, by a police officer and released. Then, of course, if it was made by him, then it must have been released by him. Well, we can't assume that, but yes. So that is why it's news, first of all. And of course, because she is a popular TikToker, then this is going to get widespread attention.
Oh. And she is popular. There's a ranking she has?
Right.
I didn't know TikTokers have a ranking.
Yes. So on TikTok, there's a ranking based on the amount of gifts that you've accumulated over, I think they do weekly rankings and daily rankings. So based on where you are with the amount of gifts you've received for the day, you will be at a certain point in the ranking. And she would be close to the top or at the top most times because, as she puts it, this is her job. So when she come on live in the morning, so she come work. So she's literally on most times, like throughout the day. She wake up in the morning, she come on live, and she's there for like the entire day.
And I hear people like Nicki Minaj has given her a lot of money.
Yes, Nicki Minaj was on a live she did over the weekend, encouraging her and assisting with her gifting and so forth.
Oh.
Nicki Minaj does that from time to time. She's very popular in the Jamaican TikTok space. Yes.
So to the issue now,
right?
Because I see the videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the police, it is being alleged by Miss Rosalie,
right,
invaded her house.
Right. So the story, as she puts it, is she was outside. Well, not she was outside. her partner was outside. His name, they call him Jakes. He was outside, and according to him, he saw the police van coming up. He was on his way inside his house, and he saw the police van riding up. He continued inside, and we don't have any videos of this part of it specifically, but the police, he said he continued inside his house, and the police followed him inside, shining lights and pointing guns. He says they were asking about an acquaintance of his, asking where he is, and he told them he doesn't know. Apparently, they followed him throughout the house till they got to the point where Rosalie was lying in bed. She was sleeping, and Jake says she normally sleeps naked. So she was sleeping, and he said he, nudged her, but of course the noise in the house would have waken her up. So she said she got up, and she just saw the guns pointing, and she says all of them, except the one who was videoing, had their faces covered. So they were pointing guns and asking her partner about the person. She says she saw the phone, but it didn't click to her immediately that he was videoing, because she said, no man, a police. And Jakes himself said that he knows that police normally get information on their phone and so forth. So it didn't click to him either that this policeman would be videoing.
Right.
So they did describe the policeman. Them says a sharp brown police who was in the corner. Apparently he wasn't in their faces with the guns and whatever. In the corner, videoing. And Jake said he was also laughing. So she said that is what happened. She was naked. No, she said nobody said to her put on some clothes, nothing like that. She was just there, and she said she was so discombobulated because she just woke up that she saw the guns, and she admitted that at one point she boxed with one of the gun. She did say that, and so forth, and it really messed her up, because after that she was on TikTok live crying and saying that she can't do this no more, and she give up, and she don't even video herself otherwise.
Yes.
And for this to come out of her and inside her house and all of that, and the naysayers, people who are not so fond of her,
they're
bringing her down. Yes. The house and everything there.
That the house is dirty.
Yes.
That she herself was told to cover up, and she didn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.
So that's what happened with Rosa.
But the key thing here, though, how was that tape leaked online?
Why was it videoed in the first place? It doesn't seem to be a body camera. It's not a body camera. And in one of the videos, and I didn't want to show it because even though it covered parts of her, she was in the video still naked on the bed. So I didn't want to show it. But there's a part that says that where the police was asking her partner what's his name, and he said his full name and presented his ID in the video, and that's there in the video. So even Jakes himself was saying that he's not on TikTok, he's really Rosalie, and him saying his full name out there, his ID being presented in the video, even that was obviously wrong.
And the JCF has issued a statement.
Yes, they are investigating the matter. So.
And saying that is unprofessional, and they're going to make sure that their investigations are done well and that their high standards are maintained, because that should not have happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, you see this thing called social media? Yeah?
Yes.
It's proving to be a scourge.
Yes.
Yeah. Because police ought not to be doing that.
Exactly.
That is not why you should be using the technology.
And
it is
sir,
for your investigations, not for publication.
Exactly. Even if you were videoing for your investigation, why did it get out? How did it get out?
Somebody leaked it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Nora.
Yes, sir.
So Rosalie is going to be off TikTok now, or what?
No, she was back on the moment it happened. She was on there, and we have some videos of her, very emotional after the situation, saying that she can't believe this happened to her, and she's actually seeking counsel.
Yeah.
She said she spoke to in an interview. She spoke to, I think she said Isaac Buchanan, Anthony Hilton, and
who I see issued a statement online calling for the police to investigate.
Yeah. So she apparently she is, lowering up.
Yeah.
So let's see.
All right. Thank you, Nora. You're our social media correspondent.
Is that so?
All right. Let's go to the break. After the break, your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Resolve your conflict peacefully with restorative justice. Call 876-906-4923. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
10 minutes to 11.
You can have it all. Company events, birthday parties, or the wedding of your dreams. It's all possible at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. We have magnificent event rooms and a dedicated team that will make your event the best experience that only Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts can offer. Contact us at 876-619-0000 or call your favorite travel agency and ask about our promotion designed especially for you.
When last you get good bun? You don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A so bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A so bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too.
Mother's Bakery Buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
7 minutes going up to 11. I see all of America and some other places talking about the Super Bowl yesterday. The Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. Yeah? They ran up a 34-0 lead up until the third quarter. But for the life of me, I can't understand this game. Something wrong with me. For the life of me, I can't get it. I can't see the thing where you're running at each other now, push down each other. Sorry. But it is loved by a lot of people in America. Yeah? And Jamaica too. It has a growing following in Jamaica. More power to them, but I can't. When I watch, and they will tell you there's a science to the game. Yeah? But you make me stay in my cricket and football. Yeah. Anyway, Fox, good morning.
Morning, Daddy Hughes, Wagwan.
Me there, sir. Me there.
I very serious time.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hughes,
Yes,
you
sir.
remember when my Prime Minister, Andrew, was coming in 2016? One of his main campaign was around, we are building a new Jamaica. You remember?
Yes, yes.
All right. So listen to me now, brother Hughes. I not really understand this part because me not legal minded. But me want you to explain to me. I'll try to get the minister, Marlene Malalule, to come explain to the nation. This thing that we hear Mr. Patterson talk about, we must state the position and the Privy Council regarding the constitutional reform, Mr. Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It sounds like that is the whole up. That is causing the process based on what I hear Mark Golden is talking about. Why they don't really want to leave the Privy Council or why they want to stay, Mr. Hughes? You understand what really is going on?
But I understand. I think I understand what's happening, but I'm trying to understand your question to try and help you. Yes? What's your question?
What you want to know, Mr. Hughes, from a layman's perspective, why would the government don't want to leave the Privy Council so that we can become a full
member of the Caribbean Court of Justice?
Yes. Why the Prime Minister or the government don't want to leave the Privy Council? Because that's what the PNP is calling for, don't? With the state position.
Yes, to go to the CCJ.
Yes.
The Caribbean Court of Justice, yes.
Yes. So I want to understand.
Let me bring it down to brass tacks for you. From I've been watching this thing.
Yeah.
From very early on, the Labour Party has had its suspicions about the Caribbean Court of Justice in Jamaica, operating in Jamaica. Yeah. The Labour Party from early on was reluctant to go the route of the CCJ because they feel that at the highest level, the court in London, based in London, was remote from the politics of the island, where a number of the judges, and I'm repeating the argument, a number of the judges and the politicians, including prime ministers, cabinet ministers, and officials, go to school and know each other.
Yes, man.
Yeah? And that has characterized, it's a fear that, when you reach the final court where this is it, there's a sense that you get a fair, remote, not knowing each other, they not go to school together. Yeah. So they stand a better chance of getting pure justice.
Justice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it's a view that has a lot of potency, yeah, even including some who support the PNP. I can think of Valerie Nita Robertson, who has said it over and over. She's not in favor of the Caribbean Court of Justice. She wants to keep the Privy Council as a court of last resort because you get justice from there. You remember the cartel matter? It is felt if it were not for the Privy Council, cartel wouldn't be free today. Yeah? So there's a lot of that, sir. But I must tell you, on the other hand, the Caribbean Court of Justice has been in existence for more than 20 years now. And so far, we have not had one credible case, to suggest that, listen, it has been somehow been reached, because a friend and friend or whatever. That has not happened. So we are virtually deadlocked because the PNP and Mark Golding are saying that the removal of the monarch, must be twinned to us adopting the Caribbean Court of Justice as our final court. The two of them must happen at the same time. Andrew Holness and the government is saying, no, let's do it on a phase-by-phase basis.
Yes.
Yes?
And nothing wrong with that still, you know.
That's your view.
That's my view. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But be honest with you, my brethren.
Mm-hmm.
The PNP not trouble, you know. The PNP not trouble, you know, brethren, because look at now.
Mm-hmm.
What the people on the ground out here are saying, and whole in and the PNP and whole of Jamaica, you know, my brethren. Changes is good, you know, my brethren. And listen, I don't know if you have family over Portmore, you know, my brethren, but Saturday I was over Portmore, you know. And what the people are saying, my brethren, and I tell you, you know, both PNP and Labour, you know, my brethren, because we have some family over there, you know. Try and come at them, you know, man.
Mm-hmm.
But me and them good, otherwise as family, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they are saying, you know, my brethren, that they want Portmore to become the 15th parish, you know, my brethren.
Oh.
So no one
And the PNP is against that.
And the PNP is against it because of political reason.
Uh-huh.
Because of political reason, you know. You, Mr. Hughes, either you send a team over there and make 2 cars over Portmore. I don't know if anybody in here has to work here, but if you make 2 calls and hear the people over Portmore, you will tell them, Portmore are developing on the region.
What do you mean, develop? What do you mean?
That's a whole heap of commercial, a whole heap of business and everything are going on at Portmore. The only thing me here is just probably what, hospital. I don't think we have a hospital over there, but, you know, Spanish Stone, I think we have a hospital in St. Catherine, I think. Right? But Virgin, what I'm saying is, people really are look to get them parish. And it's a whole thing, and bet you, I can bet you, I don't reach in on the Virgin, but I can bet you $1 or $2 that if the PNP should form government, become a parish. Just watch it and see. So,
all right, sir.
One more thing before I go. My friend Venetia Philip, Mr. Hughes. Why you forget our pipe program all the time, Mr. Hughes? Because you're gonna get a surprise somewhere down in the US, there, my brethren.
What kind of surprise?
You know, man.
What kind of surprise?
What do you mean, what kind of surprise?
Yeah, ask him. I don't know what you're talking about.
I said the man who had tried to go over garden house. You know, look good by side, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look good by side because, trust me, Venetia Philip, that woman,
yes,
is working, Mr. Hughes.
So what, she going to run down there?
No.
Oh?
Yes, I'm sick to it. That Labour hold on that certain seat. I won't tell you which one.
Oh.
But
that means that you move go Westmoreland then?
Mr. Hughes, the school, man.
Anyway, Venetia, there you want there.
It's a joy, Mr. Hughes.
Me know. That's why you gotta move go Westmoreland because she gotta work down there, so you have to go there beside her. You have to go help her.
It's a joy, my brethren.
You go on.
Really need
Venetia must take you out of your misery.
Well, you be say that, you know.
Yeah, she must just let it go by you.
This lady named Miss Sutherland.
No, me gonna left you though. We have other people that wait long time. Venetia must take care of you. Venetia, Phillips, you need to take care of Fox. Yeah? Relieve him of his misery. Alright? So me put in a word for you, Fox. God. Time for the break.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were...
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hughes Den Pharmacy is
3 minutes after 11.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
4 minutes after 11. Let me. I see the YouTubers been asking about when are we going to start the Blue Dot polls. We did tell you that we would have started this week. Well, we're going to be starting next week. Yes, of certain developments. So the Blue Dot polls, yes, they're doing their final tabulations now, and it will begin next Monday morning. Later this week, we're going to be having a few of the field workers in studio with us because we want you to understand, how they go about doing their polling. That's the Blue Dot polls. What are the quality controls they put in to make sure that what they're getting is genuine information. They use a lot of technology, and data science, and we're going to tell you, what it is that is involved in terms of collating the information, gathering the information from right across Jamaica. And then we start publishing the results next week, Monday. Interesting results. That's all I can say, nothing more. Anyway, I have joining me in studio, Jareen.
Hi.
Good morning, Jareen.
Good morning, sir.
Jareen is an employee here at Nationwide. And she has had been having an experience that I think she should share with us. Yes? Jareen, what has been happening with you?
So, I've been having this issue with the Administrator General's Department for 14 years.
14 years?
14 years.
Wow, that started 2010.
2011.
2011, yes.
June 2011, my father died. And the case has been down there since that time. I cannot give you any information about it because they haven't given me any. I've called, I've emailed, I've visited the office. Nothing. No information.
But why would the case be there?
Oh, he died without leaving a will.
Oh, he died interstate.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the event that you die without leaving a will...
And there's a minor involved. My sister was 5 at the time.
Only 5 years old at the time?
They had to step in.
Right. Yeah, that
to
is
act
to
on her behalf.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the responsibility of the Administrator General's Department.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you first report to them that they would have had to step in?
Since June
2011.
2011, yes.
You went
immediately
there?
After it happened. No, at first, we got a lawyer to settle some other issues, and then we were advised that we had to go there to sort out his estate. We were told that the lawyer isn't needed because the Administrator General's lawyer would deal with everything.
Yes.
And it's been there ever since.
So what have you been told since?
Every time I call, I am told that they're dealing with the matter. Someone will reach out. I have the first person that I spoke to was Carmen Welch. She was the person handling the case at one point. No information. She can't give any. Every time I call, they haven't gotten to his case yet. They haven't read his docket as yet. So I should give it some time. Somebody will reach out. Then I called another time, and no, Latoya Williams has the case. Same thing. She just got it. She haven't reached the docket as yet. Give it some time.
When did she last tell you that? When did she tell you
I think I called down there last year, and I spoke to Latoya. And Latoya, she told me that she saw, I think it was the land in Green Island she saw on the docket down there. And I asked her about the other land in Montego Bay. She said, I'm not seeing that one on it. I said, but you guys have all the information. She said,
No, when you said you guys have all the information, you reported this
yes,
to them.
I brought in all the documents, all the paperwork that he had in his safe, everything. They have every single thing. Sales agreement, land, everything they have down there.
What?
They have a copy of every single thing. Birth certificate, death certificate, everything. Everything is down there.
You got it from his safe?
Mm-hmm.
And you brought it, and
every single thing.
I hope you kept copies of
Oh,
them.
yes, I just gave them the copies of the stuff. So they have everything.
No, but you have the original.
Mm-hmm. I have them.
Okay, good.
So she said she was only seeing that land. I asked her about the other one in Montego Bay. She said, oh, I'm not seeing that one. I said, but you guys have it. So she said that they're putting everything digital now, so maybe the person that uploaded it didn't put that one on, so she's going to check it out and get back to me.
That's from last year?
That's from last year. I've been calling, emailing, nothing.
She hasn't responded?
No.
So, and you're now onto your second case officer?
Yes, and I've spoke to Oliver Morris. He kept telling me to reach out to Carmen Welsh. She was the first person on the case. Now she's a supervisor down there.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't doing anything, but yet she's a supervisor now. So, and now Latoya is on it. Still, nothing is being happening. And Oliver told me that the lawyer that is on the case is Orena Lawrence. I emailed her, no answer.
So you've just been stalled.
Yeah, for 14 years.
And that is why we decided to put you on air this morning. Yeah? So, what Welch it is? Oliver Welch?
It is Carmen Welch. She's a supervisor.
Carmen Welch? The supervisor of which department at the Administrative
I think
General?
it's the case. They do the estate.
So, Carmen Welch, the supervisor of the estate department at Administrator General.
Yes.
What's your dad's name?
Delmore Campbell.
Delmore. How do you spell that?
Delmore.
Delmore. Delmore Campbell. He died in
2011, June 2011.
You recall the date he died?
It was the accident happened.
He died in a motor vehicle accident.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
He was actually on the side of the road changing his. That's a whole other thing. He was on the side of the road changing his tire and got hit by a car.
Changing what?
His tire.
Oh.
And allegedly, the gentleman that was driving the motor vehicle, he was or is an employee of Hughes and Son. They were working on the port down in Trelawney, the ship port down there. And allegedly, the vehicle wasn't registered to be driving on the road. It's supposed to be driving on the construction site. Yeah.
And what date was that?
That was June 6,
2011.
2011.
How old was your father when he died?
He was 44.
A young man? Wow.
Yeah.
From 2011. And you would have reported it the same year?
Yes.
Yeah? And...
before the funeral.
You did?
Yes.
So, Carmen Welch, you had this case before. You're now the supervisor, we're told, of the estate department. And Latoya Williams has a case.
No.
Yeah. Mr. Delmore Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah. He died in June 2011. And since then, going 14 years. Yes? How many of you he
2.
You and your younger sister?
Yeah, she's now 19.
At the time, she would have been 5. She's now an adult.
Yes.
And no resolution?
Nope.
And your father had assets, considerable assets. He owned land in
Green Island and one
Green Island,
in
Hanover.
Montego Bay. Yes.
And Montego Bay.
Yes.
Oh. So those are real assets, significant assets. Yeah. Wow. So, Administrator General's department, this is not looking good on you. This is not looking good on you. Miss Welch, Miss Williams, the Administrator General herself, or is it a he? I'm not sure. Yeah. This is not looking good after 14 years?
Yes.
So this is the usual timeline to deal with interstate matters? Huh? Is this the usual thing? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I would think so because
it can't
is
be.
Weird. It must be. As to why it's taking this
For
long.
so 14 years?
So the property in Mobile is just there because the house could have been finished because it was an unfinished house. Could have been finished, probably sold, rent out, something, but it's just there. Because we were told that we can't do anything to it until the matter is resolved.
That's the law.
Yes. So we're still waiting. It's just there.
Yeah. But can you do anything now that the minor is an adult? Have you asked for legal advice on that?
Oh, no. The last time I spoke to Latoya, I was saying that to her that my sister is now 18. And she said, well, we need to hurry up and get this thing sorted. And I said, yes, you need to hurry and get this thing sorted. But then, no answer. Nobody's answering. I have WhatsApp, emails, everything. Nobody's answering anything. Calls, I go down there. I'm told they're on lunch. They're not in office. They're busy at the moment. Yeah.
Well, Nora, you have to go work your magic. And I'm sure the people, they're usually quite responsive, Administrator General's Department. This is a case for the top to really reach out and settle. 14 years, your father dead, leave assets, land, none of his 2 daughters has been able to benefit. One who was only 5 years old at the time is now 19. Yeah, I'm sure you could do with the land.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. All right, Jareen, we're going to press them and hear what they tell us.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock.
Spark will transform Jamaica's roads with 45 billion of your Jamaican dollars to fix your roads, pipelines, and connectivity. Jamaica, let us step into the next chapter with Spark. The time by Spark is
16 minutes after 11.
Yeah, here? If you're tired of a cluttered office space, then you need to call Corporate Interiors International. We offer top quality industrial shelving, filing cabinets, and storage cabinets to keep your workspace organized and efficient, plus comfortable office chairs that will keep your team productive and focused. Visit us today at corporateinteriorsjm.com or call us at 876-630-0010 for more information. Corporate Interiors International. We sell solutions, not just furniture.
Attention! The NWC's amnesty package is here, overflowing with a bucket full of goodies from January 2 to March 31, 2025. Disconnected for over 6 months, residential customers can get a 50% write-off. Pensioners and past beneficiaries get a full write-off on balances over 2 years. Do you have outstanding debt between 90 days and 2 years due to an underground leak? You may qualify for a 25% concession. Plus, enjoy discounts from 30 to 50% depending on your arrears. So, don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL-NWC. The NWC's Amnesty Package. Get your share from our bucket full of goodies. Conditions apply.
More savings, more choices. Get active with Active Home Center. The one-stop shop for everything for your home. We have more savings, more choices, unbelievable prices. Wide selection with the latest style. The kitchen, bathroom, right down to the tile. Buy the hottest items on spot, don't miss out. Best options under one roof, no doubt. More savings, more choices.
Visit us in store or online at www.activehomecenter.com.
We have more savings, more choices.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
18 minutes after 11. Administrator General's Department. This is a gross dereliction of duty. Gross dereliction of duty. Administrator General's Department. A man died 14 years ago. His daughter reported his death. Cleaned out his safe. Handed over to you the copies of his land titles, his assets. Because there was a minor, a 5-year-old, and he did not leave a will. You, under the law, will have to administer his estate. And it's taking you 14 years. What can go so? Administrator General? Nora, can you find for me who is the Administrator General? 14 years. All his documents handed over to you. And she has been calling you, visiting you. Miss Welch was the first case officer. Miss Welch, Carmen Welch, is now the supervisor for that department. Nothing. Miss Williams, Latoya Williams, case officer. What are you doing? Why is it taking so long? I can understand a year, 2 years, 3 years, but 14 years. Oh man, I want to let down the side. That is why Jamaican people vex with government and the services they get from the public service. How do you justify? 14 years. Who is the minister responsible? Let me bring it to the attention of the minister and the Administrator General. Is that the Finance Minister? Mrs. Stacey and Carty. Yeah? Stacey and Carty. Don't make me have to set the siren on you this morning. Stacey and Carty, the Administrator General. A case outstanding for 14 years. And I see people in the YouTube chat saying, yes, Cliff, that is how slow they are. No, I know they are slow, but 14 years? You know how much the man's 2 daughters would have lost in terms of the value if they had gotten this thing sorted out for them to utilize the land, whether to sell the land, build something on it. You know how many millions of dollars they have lost in these 14 years because of the bureaucracy and incompetence of this Administrator General's department, Stacey and Carty. You are this Administrator General department. You are the Administrator General. The buck stops with you. 14 years is a disgrace. Shaman. 22 minutes after 11. Al, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Hughes. Happy New Year, and how are you, sir?
I'm alive and well.
Oh, good, thanks, sir. Mr. Hughes, I called your program before, but you're not the one that was on. It was Mr. Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, sir, I called for your assistance this morning. I don't know if it can be granted. I am a visually impaired person, and I'm a past student of the Salvation Army School for the Blind. And, sir, I am seeking some assistance. My aunt has given me a shop, right? But what has happened, Mr. Hughes, where she has given me the shop, that is in Seaward Drive. And I said, okay, I am going to call to see if it is that I can get some assistance, to get some grocery items, for the shop so I can able to start a small business for myself, in order for me to pay my bills when, month time come, and so, just to be independent for myself instead of to be depending on anyone for anything, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. So I said, I'm going to call to see if, anyone, probably out there that are listening who could, give me some assistance in order for me to get some grocery items so I can able to put in there and to start to do something for myself, just to make myself independent, sir.
So what do you do now?
Well, sir, currently, sir, I am not working, and I just have to be at home, for the time being, sir.
So how you live? Who take care of you?
Well, to be honest, sir, sometimes I get help from my parents, and sometimes I get help like from my church brothers and probably close family members.
So why you don't ask if your church members and your family members to stock the shop for you?
Well, I have asked, sir, but unfortunately, sir, nothing has come around. So I said, all right, let me call Mr. Hughes. Knowing the mere fact that I always been listening to your program, and so I choose to say, all right, let me call to see if I can ask Mr. Hughes.
How old are you, sir?
I am 34 years old, sir.
34.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you computer literate?
Repeat, sir?
Are you computer literate?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
I have done a course at the Abilities Foundation
Yes.
in computer and data technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, and I have obtained a level 1 hard certification.
In what?
In computer, sir, in IT.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
And you can get a job in that field?
Well, to be honest with you, sir, no, I wouldn't say I can't get a job in that field. But sometimes when you applied for a job and persons recognize that you have a disability, sometimes they find it very difficult or hard to give you that job. They don't even give you the chance to say, okay, I'm going to put you on a month probation or a week to see how you can manage. Perhaps they have a negative approach, probably 2 years.
Yes. Oh, we had an interruption in the public electricity supply. I think we have lost him. But the gentleman needs help. He's visually impaired, he's blind, and he wants some help. Right? If you are prepared to help him, give us a call, no? Yeah? Give us a call, and we'll put you in touch with him. Yes? Dean is on the line. Good morning, Dean.
Good morning, Mr. Cliff.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, call you and tell us, I left my number if you call me, Mr. Cliff. But you never get in touch with me. Say, you're born the same day, the same birthday. Eh?
Oh, yes. Yes. I haven't gotten a chance to call you.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, every time my birthday come, put 2 back on the table, one for you and one for me.
Yes.
But Mr. Cliff, you know, a decade me I listen to you for. When I say decades, I'm a vision impaired person too.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mr. Cliff, I want to come in. I want to call in. I don't want to talk to you on the phone, Mr. Cliff. Because some of the things that me as a youth one way back when, and the things that I want to highlight to, and the things that I want to open up your eye to, I can't read on the phone. It's a vision impaired person.
Oh.
Me need to come in and see you. And me your reason, one away. And I highlight to some of the things that were really, me know you don't want to hear, and me know you don't want to know. But sit down on the radio program and just in a right while.
Oh.
I'm blind, so I have to know where me I say when me the on program like this. You know the way there?
Well, I don't know them way there, but you'd have got to tell me them way there.
No, because maybe the things when we want to whisper to you, me might have whisper to you, and at the end of the day, you know, go like, oh, you know, when you say no go like,
Oh, you're not sure if I saw you go?
no, me sure I say I saw you go, but my do how we go. Otherwise, people might want to come and say, wait, eh? You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know when that's going to be, you know, because I have a very busy schedule, you know.
You know, so you're not have to tell me that.
Yes.
You're not have to tell me that. That's how I know, but never bargain for you one day when time in that time. Because at the end of the day, I'm a very busy person. But you see, the most important thing to right now, Mr. Cliff,
Yes.
me talk to my Prime Minister. Me hoping my Prime Minister here to certain things. Because when me don't talk to my Prime Minister, Mr. Cliff, you can't pass the gun, you can't pass gun forward like you see right man go right punch you and jacket off and careful now.
How you going to do that?
Eh?
How you going to do that? How you going to tell him to do that?
Well, I'm not telling him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You know it's right or no, whether you believe it, yes or no. We have 14 parish in the country. And me I make sure tell him this big and bold. You have 14 parish in the country. And if you put up 14 like you can cheer in every parish, in the part them. And I say anybody that catch with a gun, if he don't die here, he die there. As long as he not licensed to carry it. It's exactly.
Yes.
You think say I'm not gonna walk with a gun and him know to himself if a police catch him, I would be saying I'm going to cheer the red him are dead. Yes or no, but he might get some current underneath him skin. You understand me?
Yes.
So you can't tone down the current if you want to keep him alive. You tone it down to keep him, and if you don't want to keep him alive, you tone it down that he's going to meet him maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you put up them there, and what you put it up, you didn't mind your car to your gun honesty. Because all of the gun were legal to come in. And when you come in, I go sit down another chair there. You think that's a mistake if nobody want to go sit down on the chair there?
Yeah.
Eh?
No.
You think that's a man that want to know himself, say, if him get caught in another position, he might go sit down on that chair there?
Mm-hmm.
Eh? He not go want to sit down on it. No matter how bad he be, no matter how powerful he be. Can you notice when the police are ready to hold on them at close range and put them a beg for mercy?
Yes.
Eh?
Mm-hmm.
No matter how they be gone by exactly. When they get corner, them always a beg for mercy, don't it?
True.
Eh?
All right, so you have to go keep in touch.
Yeah.
I have to go to another call now. Good.
Yes.
All right. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Ministry of National Security presents Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the AC Marriott Hotel under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace. Join leading experts and professionals to advance cybersecurity practices and build a safer cyberspace for all. Gain the knowledge and tools to address emerging threats in the digital world. To register and for more details, visit mns.gov.jm. That's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 at the AC Marriott Hotel. See you there!
Love me, pamper me, spa with me at Adam and Eve Day Spa. Book your couple's getaway today. Give the gift of spa packaged with love. Enjoy Oasis of Love, Unite the Flame, or Love Me, Spoil Me packages. Make your Valentine's Day reservations now at adamandevedayspaja.com or call 876-754-6017. Indulge in love with Team Adam and Eve Spa. The couple that spa together stays together.
Get ready to receive your share of a bucket full of goodies from the NWC.
That's so nice, eh?
From January 2 to March 31, 2025, you could benefit from the debt amnesty.
Tell me more.
NWC has amnesty offers that include 50% write-offs, 100% on balances over 2 years, and 25 to 50% on balances depending on the age of the balance.
Who can qualify?
Practically anyone with arrears. If your residential account is disconnected for 6 months or more, you qualify. Or if you are a pensioner or path beneficiary with a balance over 2 years, you qualify. Plus, commercial and residential accounts with balances over 2 years also qualify for discounts. Call 888-225-5692. Check the NWC website or visit any NWC office today.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
26 minutes going up to 12. Well, you heard the story of Jareen Campbell, whose father died 14 years ago without leaving a will. And she reported it to the Administrator General's Department 14 years ago. And they've been giving her the runaround. Well, there's been a development since she came on and told us about the story. Nora?
Right, sir. So I thought about trying to get the contact for the Administrator General herself. Mm-hmm. But as I know, I'm going to call the regular phone line. Mm-hmm. So I called the Administrator General's department. Someone answered, and I asked to be transferred to the Estate Department. They asked for a name, and I said Carmen Welsh, who is the supervisor, as Jareen said. I was put on hold, and I was there for about 2 to 3 minutes. Someone eventually answered. The person who answered, though, was not Carmen Welsh, and she doesn't seem to be from the Estate Department, because when she answered, I said, "Is Miss Welsh not available?" She said, "How may I assist?" I said, "Are you from the Estate Department?" She said, "How can I help you?" So I said, "I am calling about an estate." So she asked me. I told her Jareen's father's name. She asked for the case officer. And I told her Latoya Williams. She said, "Unfortunately, Miss Williams is not in at the moment, or unavailable," something to that effect. However, I'm going to take your name and a number. I said, "Hold on. Before you take my name and number, I am Nora Gay Banton, calling from Nationwide News Network, producer for Cliff Hughes Online." And I explained to her that Jareen Campbell, who is Delmore's daughter, was on, and she explained the whole thing on air. And I am calling to find out what is the status of this estate, because it's been going on for 14 years and she's been getting the runaround. She said, "Hold a moment for me, please." I was there for about 20-30 seconds. After that, a very nice voice came on. "Hi, good morning. I am Miss Stacey Nkarti, Administrator General. I heard the case, and I would like to speak with the person with the issue." She didn't say those exact words, but
words to that effect.
Words to that effect. And she said, "Please let the person know she will get a call from me before end of business day." I said, "You have her name and number on file?" She said, "It wouldn't hurt to get it again." So I gave her Jareen's name and number. She said she will get a call before end of business day.
What didn't happen in 14 years is about to happen in an hour.
Sir, it just goes to show you that this is how they operate, because she was about to take my name and number and probably not call me back.
Exactly. And this is how people without access to media and power have to suffer in Jamaica. This should not be.
Exactly. The case manager was not available. The case officer was not available. The supervisor was not available. But the Administrator General herself, after I stated my name and where I'm calling from, was able to come and speak to me.
Yeah. And if Jareen didn't come on air this morning, it would probably continue for another 14 years. Huh?
Exactly.
And this is why we, the people, must speak up, because they are being paid handsomely to get the job done. Huh? And Stacey and Carty, the Administrator General, you have work to do. You have work to do. What is not happening in the Administrator General's department? Why you have a customer, a client, a Jamaican citizen having to wait for 14 years?
I must say also, sir, the Administrator General falls under the Ministry of Justice, and I did also get a call from a contact at the Ministry of Justice asking for Jareen's contact information so that they can also reach out to assist.
They are a letdown to the Ministry of Justice. A letdown. Huh? So, Jereen, you please tell us if you get that call before the end of business. Thank you very much, Madam Producer.
Yes, sir.
Nora Gay Banton. Yeah. That is what radio is about. And these programs are about. Yeah? No. 21 minutes going up to noon. Who is next? Yeah? People on the chat saying yes. Pure wickedness for poor people. True. Sharon Bless Cliff. Them sit there clipping fingernails and gossiping. Yes, this is what Sharon Bless says. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Alric, 21 minutes to noon.
Morning.
Alric, good morning.
You see how powerful your station is?
I don't know if I want to take credit for
Cliff,
that, you
what
know.
that lady come on with, you know? Thousands of people in Jamaica suffer through like that, man. You soon start get it on your YouTube page, man.
Yes, I started already.
14 years, you might have more of those longer than that, and you'll soon hear. You'll soon start get the calls and know that you help. You see, within half an hour.
Yes.
You see the power of nationwide.
Yes.
And the great Nora Gay
But Alric, I would love for the ministries, the agencies, to use this, to look at their systems, look at themselves, and say whether they are doing a disservice to the people of Jamaica. Yeah? And fix it. And fix it. That is the key. It shouldn't have to take a caller or someone, yes, with access, yes, to come here to deal with a matter going on for 14 years. That is what I can't get past.
Up those estates and send our younger sister to university or upgrade herself and be living a little bit more comfortable off our fathers.
Sweat, blood, and tears.
Hard working for.
Yes. Jereen and her sister, 5 years old at the time, now 19, they have lost millions of dollars. Millions. Who is going to compensate them?
They're handsomely paid.
Yes.
And they're sitting down there telling Nora that nobody is available.
No, Stacey and Carty, the Administrator General, you should be ashamed this morning. And all of you at Administrator General's Department. And I hope the Minister of Justice, yes, takes action to fix whatever it is that needs to be fixed at the Administrator General's Department. How many people are on the chat telling me of similar experiences they have had?
Let me tell you, man.
Yeah?
Let me tell you.
No.
Remember my case with my birth certificate, if I didn't come to you and bawl out. 9 years, $36,000. And from a ball out to you, I get it within 14 days and it cost me $600
yes.
and them deliver it to me yard.
Yes.
Eh?
No.
9 years, $36,000. And I ball out on your station the day I was in Kingston, and before I reached Mandible, they called me. And when I went up there, sorry about that, they sent me to a special lady and tell her, don't let me leave there today unless they solve it, because they don't want me to go back on nationwide.
Yeah.
Same thing with her now.
No, man, it's a disgrace. I can't believe it, Alric.
But I tell you about the people with 20 odd years.
Oh. So what do they do? What do they do?
Fix up them nails. And fix up them hair, fix up them lipstick and go for lunch half hour early and come back half hour after that still and sit down and talk and dip on them phone, and half hour before them leave, them go downstairs and drive out.
Why?
There's something I want to discuss with you, why I call it.
Yes.
That got to me with that young lady. Got to me very much, and I'm glad within that short space of time you are going to hear how many people are affected.
Yes.
I have a group of friends who I sit with on Saturdays sometimes, most times, and we discuss politics, current affairs, whatever, cricket, football, Donald Trump affiliate. And well, they always discuss nationwide because I'm there, because you know me, they come down on me. But there's a conversation that came up recently. There's a trend in Jamaica for a lot of high-profile cases where people, found themselves on the other side of doing anything against government or so, and they are sent on leave and being paid, and you don't hear anything else about the case. You don't know how long they are going to stay on leave and taxpayers' money paying. And the last conversation came up with the former president of NWC, and somebody was saying to me, all of a sudden they don't hear anything on your station again about this case. Has he been paid? Is he going to be reemployed and what? And they have cited a lot of instances where these have happened. Is there anything the government can do when these things happen to speed up the process and let us ordinary citizens know what is going on? Because it's not money we're paying these people.
Let me tell you, Alric, the particular case of the former NWC president, because up to the last time we checked a couple of weeks ago, he was still the president of the NWC. That has been mired in a legal battle. A legal battle based on what one party is asking for and the other one is refusing to give. It is locked up in a legal tussle. That is the information. And every time we're told, we think we have a solution by the end of next week, in a workout.
I get Mr. Samuda, man. He's a young, vibrant minister who seems to know what he's doing, man.
Well,
we want to hear, man. Because it's our taxpayers' money. And a lot of these guys who I chat with, they don't call you, but they use me as a conduit because they said they don't know how I get on.
Yes.
And for the lady who was complaining, Nora can tell you, I don't have any special privilege, so I have a formula that I use, and I the only person I told was Papa Nana. I'm not going to tell anybody my formula that I use.
All right, goodbye.
But I have a formula.
All right, good.
Thanks, Cliff.
Take care of yourself, Alric.
I'm glad you were able to help that lady.
I am glad too.
And then you're going to see how much of them come up on your YouTube now.
Yes. All right, let's go to the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
Furniture Land at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furniture Land is
14 minutes to noon.
The Ministry of National Security presents Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the AC Marriott Hotel under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace. Join leading experts and professionals to advance cybersecurity practices and build a safer cyberspace for all. Gain the knowledge and tools to address emerging threats in the digital world. To register and for more details, visit mns.gov.jm. That's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025, February 11 to 12 at the AC Marriott Hotel. See you there!
Love is in the air and on the water with Loose Cannon's Valentine's Day Harbor Cruise, February 14, 2025. Enjoy sumptuous food and wines and treats as DJs Raga and Ends play your favorite hits. The catamaran departs from Ribis Ocean Victoria Pier downtown on February 14 at 8 p.m. Early tickets $60 or 9,000 Jamaican dollars. Purchase tickets at loosecannontours.com, Sweetwood Jerk, Bill Express, or any Ribis location. For assistance, call or WhatsApp 876-495-2222.
Payroll processing giving you angina? Complete your payroll in just 15 minutes with IcoPay. IcoPay is an efficient payroll software that simplifies payroll processing and returns for businesses of all sizes. Features includes SO1 and SO2 filings, online salary deposits, payslip distribution via email, and many more. It's Jamaica's best-selling payroll solution. Visit IcoPayJA.com for a demo. Follow at IcoPayJA or call or WhatsApp at 876-333-5809.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall.
11 minutes going up to 12. Williams, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
Good morning, sir.
I don't think you remember the person, hey, William.
Yes, man.
Okay.
William, I remember the voice clearly.
Okay. Yeah, but I have so much, but I just want to do one thing because time is very short.
Mm-hmm.
Blind gentleman called earlier on.
Yes?
He was looking for some assistant.
Yes.
I do not know if he joined Jamaica Council for Persons with Disability. But if he do not, he's supposed to join them, and if he join already, he can go up there, speak to them, tell him what he want to do, and they will advise him. We can go to a wholesale, get him invited, and they will supposed to give him a start because that is part of the council.
Mm-hmm. So where can he go? Repeat that for me, William.
Jamaica Council for Persons with Disability, 10 Ripon Road.
10 Ripon Road. Yeah.
So if you not join the council already, you have to join it because you're not going to get the help without you join it. They have an empowerment grant department there.
Yes.
We are supposed to help him, somebody like him.
What does he need to join the Council for Persons with Disability? What does he need to work with?
Him ID, my person can ID Tiaran and him birth certificate to make sure that's who him saying he's the right person.
Does he have to pay a fee?
No.
Okay.
Only thing we pay for is when him to get him ID because then do not give them, but they will give you the particulars to go and get your ID. We are supposed to go to a special place that they send you.
Yes.
You'll get that government ID.
Okay. All right.
But away from join it don't cost you nothing when your bus fare to go on your time.
Yes. So that gentleman who called me earlier, yes, please, you may want to join the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities at Ripon Road. Ripon Road. 10 Ripon Road. That's off Oxford Road or Trafalgar? Which way is that?
You can go off Oxford Road and you can walk off of Tree Road. Turn on where the city of Kingston Creative is there.
Right.
Right, and then you go up. It and them right going up.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach right at Captain Bakery and just turn on Eureka Road.
Yes.
You just go on Eureka Road and turn up on Ripon Road.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much for that, William. That is very good advice. Yes, to help him to get some help. Yeah? Thank you very much, William. 8 minutes going up to 12. Williams now.
Yeah. Well, Williams on the double, huh?
Yes.
Good morning, Sir Cliff.
Good morning.
I'm an ardent listener of your program. I've been following you over the years.
Yes.
However, I do have a problem, and it's with JPS because ever since November of last year, I'm living in the Doncaster area.
Off Windward Road.
Off Windward Road.
Yes.
And I don't know. I would have gotten all the numbers for the light poles. There are 3 lights that are there that were, I don't know if they were turned off or what, but since November there is no light on those 3 poles, and the entire area is dark in the mornings and in the nights. I would have called them and was given a case number 126-1591. That's a case number I was given, and I went ahead and did my homework, and I look at the poles and the numbers on the poles, the box. There's a main box, and since they came and worked on the box, all the lights were, I don't know if they were turned off or just whatever reason. The box number is 616981. That's a box that they climbed, and from the go up there, I don't know what they did. It doesn't work. The poles that the numbers are on, there are 3 poles, no lights on them. 0002, 802, that's one of the poles. The next pole, 0002801. The next one is 033506. The entire Bank Avenue is without light ever since November of last year. And
the
in
entire
the morning,
avenue, Bank Avenue,
Avenue, Kingston 2.
in Doncaster.
In Doncaster, the avenue that as you come in, the avenue that goes right across, that's Bank Avenue, and all the lights are off from November of last year.
Hold on. So coming from Bellevue,
yes,
you make a right turn.
You make a right turn.
And the Bank Avenue is which one?
The avenue that goes across, right across there.
Oh, that goes the left.
Yes, goes left and right. It's just that little short avenue, but
right.
3 lights are there. None of them, Sir Cliff, is working.
So hold on there. From November?
From November of last year. So we went through Christmas without light.
Hold on. What happened to the Citizens Association? What happened to the councillors? Councillor.
Well, honestly, I just take it on my head and do it because I'm very close to where the action is. So, and what is happening nowadays, you have thank God for some of the neighbors that turn on their lights, the outside lights in the night so persons can see. And
but that's not safe, brethren. That's not safe.
No, it's not safe, Sir Cliff.
No.
All 3 lights were where I say I don't know. In fact, I saw some person up on Winward Road some times ago, and I asked them. I said some lights are down there. They were fixing some lights, and they said, "No, man, turn off the lights." That's what the man told me. They were turned off for whatever reason.
You mean JPS deliberately turned off the lights?
That's what the gentleman working on the pole up at Winward Road told me. They can't just turn it back on because apparently they were turned off. I guess they might say they might be thinking that there are some people that's extracting. I don't know, but
do you all have a citizens association?
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure if there's one.
You all need to get yourself organized.
Yes.
You don't know who is your councillor?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh Lord. Brethren, who is your member of parliament?
Philip Paulwell, sir.
So you don't know how to reach Mr. Paulwell?
No, I've never really tried the political way.
Jesus. Well, Mr. Paulwell has an office just down the road in front of
Bellevue. Yes.
So why only don't go down there?
Well, now that you say, I might have to engage him.
Mr. Paulwell, your constituents at Doncaster, Bank Avenue, been without electricity since November last year. It's now February 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know if they're coming or going.
As I say, I was given a case number, and that's as much as I got.
No, sir. But you have to do better than that, you know, sir.
That's true, Sir Cliff.
You have to do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, citizens get the government they deserve. You have to demand more and better. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
For them to take stock and listen to you all. So you don't know the councillor?
No, I don't.
And you don't know how to reach your MP?
As I say, I've never tried that route. I'm not in that kind of I've never tried that route. Definitely.
A good phone.
That's
you need
true.
a good phone. So therefore, you're going to find out who is a councillor. Yes? Find out Mr. Paul at what time, what days he's in his constituency office. MPs are usually in their offices. Well, the good MPs who are serving their constituency are usually have a day in the week where they put aside to deal with matters such as these. They used to call them surgeries in England. Yeah? Where you go in and you sit down and you wait and you get a chance to see your MP. This is a classic thing for your MP. No, sir.
All right.
So
I've
JPS,
never thought of going that way. Definitely, I've never thought of going that way.
All right, so let me use my medium here to tell JPS Bank Avenue in Doncaster. Yeah, the lights there. How many bulbs you have on that?
Three lights, three consecutive poles. One, two, three. They're all without light from November of last year.
JPS, you have to do better than that. Miss Callum, yes? Do better than that. All right? And you go find your councillor, your MP, and tell them, go take up the case with JPS phone.
Yes, sir, Cliff.
All right, sir.
Yeah,
good. Time for the break. Time for the world at noon. We'll be back at 12:30.
My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 12 o'clock.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good afternoon to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the Nationwide World at Noon for this afternoon, Monday, February 10, 2025. Young Jamaica rejects a PNP employment allegations about senior party member Marlon Morgan. JLP MPs say the governing party best placed to continue successes in various sectors.
If election is based on achievements, Andrew Michael Holness deserve 50 seats and more.
The Spanish Town Police extend curfews in sections of the Old Capital for a further 48 hours. Information Commissioner raises concerns over increasing number of data breaches. In regional news, the PNP re-elected to government in the Turks and Caicos Islands. In international news, a South African party accuses white group of treason over Trump attack. And in sports, Cricket West Indies passes historic governance reforms. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Now to the details. The youth arm of the ruling JLP, Young Jamaica, is rejecting statements issued by the PNP Patriots about senior spokesman Marlon Morgan. Earlier on Monday, the Patriots, the young professional affiliate of the PNP, issued a statement alleging that Morgan was a current director of executive services to the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education. The statement called for the Public Services Commission to clarify Morgan's employment. It argued that Morgan's active political involvement was in conflict with his appointment in the public service and the staff orders for the public service. But in a swift response, Young Jamaica issued a statement noting that while Mr. Morgan served at the then Ministry of Education and Youth in a civil service capacity, he is no longer in the employ of the ministry. It says Mr. Morgan was employed in 2018 and admitted office in July 2023. Young Jamaica says as such he no longer serves in his civil service capacity previously as Senior Technical Coordinator at the Ministry of Education, where he also temporarily acted as Director of Executive Services. Young Jamaica says it rejects the attempt by the PNP and its surrogates and affiliate groups to personally target Mr. Morgan. Minister of Finance Favour Williams says the governing Jamaica Labour Party JLP is the better choice to lead the country. Speaking on Sunday at the JLP's Area Council 1 meeting, Minister Williams says the PNP administration would raise taxes and misuse of public funds.
Labour rights, Jamaica Labour Party is the better party. We know what the other side is made of now. They're revealing themselves. They are about more taxes. They're about raising GCT. They're about taxing food imports coming in. And we know now that they are about sharing up government money to win local elections. We don't want them. No, that's what they are about. We are about building, making your lives better.
Minister Williams highlighted achievements in the health, economic growth and transport ministries as evidence of the JLP's good performance in government.
I want to tell you, you've been watching Minister Tufton every week. You can see him turning the newspaper pages about the whole heap of jobs in the healthcare. And every week, Matthew Samuda is out someplace with Prime Minister, turning on the pipe and you say water gushing. We are committed to bringing pipe water to Jamaicans wherever they are. The one that really warms my heart is Minister Vaz, with the JUTC buses going out into rural communities.
Favour Williams, Minister of Finance, at the Area Council 1 meeting was held at Holy Family Primary in the Central Kingston constituency. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck says the achievements of the Andrew Holness-led administration over the last 9 years are enough to secure a third-term victory at the polls. He was also speaking at the JLP's Area Council 1 meeting on Sunday.
If election is based on achievement, Andrew Michael Holness deserves 50 seats and more. Labour rights, no Prime Minister, no administration has done more than the Andrew Michael Holness administration. Any assessment for the last 62 years or in our history cannot replicate what Andrew Holness and this government has done in 9 years.
He urged the Labour rights to become disciples about the party's achievements.
And I say, Labour rights, you must be prepared to tell the PNP and the country what has been achieved. And if you fail to do so, I said to every single one of you sitting here, if you fail to carry that message, you're letting down this country. Every single one of you know what has been done in the last 9 years. No new taxes, higher minimum wage, more building, more construction, more people employed, pension for most people. So much has been achieved. And I say to you, Labourites, every single one of you must be apostles, disciples of this Andrew Holness administration.
Delroy Chuck, Minister of Justice. Meanwhile, Minister Chuck says the low incidence of murder in the Kingston Central Police Division is a credit to the constituency leadership. According to police statistics, the most recent murder was recorded on November 15, 2024. The achievement was last recorded 7 years ago.
I watch the number of murders here in Central Kingston. Do you know that for the last 3 months, there has not been one murder recorded by Kingston Central Police Station? That is achievement, and it's because of the peace and calm that leadership in Central Kingston have caused. And I know it because you know Grand Spend was a war zone when I came there. Barbican was a war zone. Now you can drive through Barbican, Grand Spend any time of the night. It is the most peaceful community in Jamaica. And that is what leadership does. leadership send out the signal. We want peace in a community.
Donovan Williams is the Member of Parliament for Central Kingston. Minister Chuck says he is a dependable representative.
And I say to you, Central Kingston, and all the friends of Central Kingston, Donovan Williams is a beacon of hope for Central Kingston. A man who you can depend on to ensure that Central Kingston gets the improvements and the quality of life that people in Central Kingston deserve.
Delroy Chuck, Minister of Justice. The Spanish Town Police have again extended curfews in sections of Spanish Town St. Catherine, which has seen upheaval in recent weeks. In the first instance, the communities of Oxford Road and Railway Lane will continue to be under restriction until Tuesday, February 11. The affected area is bordered by the section of the Spanish Town bypass between Oxford Road and Marchpen Road and a train line between the two. Meanwhile, curfews in parts of De La Vega City, Port Henderson and Dallas Lane have also been extended. The 48-hour extension took effect on Sunday and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The boundaries include the Spanish Town Bypass, Marchpen Road, Burke Road, Port Henderson Road, and Lilliput Road. Rolling curfews have been enforced in the Old Capital since January 24. The measure followed violent unrest across the town in response to the shooting death of one other gang leader, Othniel Thickman Laban, in an alleged shootout with the police. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, says it is investigating allegations of an unauthorized recording and distribution of a female in a compromising position. The video was shot during a police operation at a private premises. In a statement on Sunday, the JCF says it is seeking to determine the facts of the case. It says it is committed to maintaining the highest standards of professionalism and integrity, and that any conduct which falls short will be addressed in accordance with established procedures. The woman in the video is TikTok personality Rosalie.
What the system I do for we as poor people? For man can, for police can come to my house, have me and my father at gunpoint, and then I go video me and throw it on social media. What is that? What that? What that? For you can video me, come to my house, so you have to sting operation, you have search, video me and put me on social media. Me need answers, of course. Me need a whole heap answer.
On Sunday, Member of Parliament for Western St. Andrew, Anthony Hilton, confirmed that the woman in the video was one of his constituents. He called for swift action against those who distributed the video.
If this was done by the police, as alleged, it represents a new law in policing, one that must never be tolerated by the leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force or by society at large. I condemn this deplorable act, and I am demanding a full and transparent investigation into this incident, with swift action taken against those responsible. No citizen should be subjected to this kind of abuse and humiliation.
Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament for Western St. Andrew. The Office of the Information Commissioner, OIC, has raised concern over the increasing number of data breaches affecting private and public sector organizations. This follows a recent news release from Biomedical Caledonia Medical Laboratory Limited of an incident of unauthorized access that occurred in November 2024. Mahir Stewart tells us more.
As the regulatory authority under the Data Protection Act, the OIC monitors compliance and promotes best practices in handling personal data. The OIC noted that not all reported breaches have been formally disclosed to its office. It's urging data controllers to comply with reporting requirements promptly. It says many incidents, such as the Biomedical Caledonia Medical Laboratory breach, stem from malicious cyber attacks, while others arise from employee negligence. The OIC says although enforcement provisions for prosecuting breaches have not yet been activated, organizations risk reputational damage and financial losses due to non-compliance. It says the Data Protection Act also grants data subjects the right to seek compensation for damages resulting from breaches. The OIC stresses that data protection is not just a legal obligation, but an ethical responsibility. It says with cyber threats increasing, data controllers must ensure compliance with the law while individuals remain vigilant and informed. Although the OIC has refrained from publicly commenting on specific breaches, the office has responded to reported incidents by requiring data controllers to account for their risk mitigation measures, improve security protocols, and notify affected individuals. In some cases, the OIC has issued directives to ensure affected individuals receive necessary support. The OIC says it remains steadfast in its commitment to enhancing data protection and privacy through ongoing monitoring, enforcement, public awareness efforts, and guidance for data controllers. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Professor of Sedimentary Geology at the University of the West Indies, Simon Mitchell, is warning that more tsunami alerts could be on the horizon. This following Saturday's warning from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management on the heels of an earthquake off the coast of the Cayman Islands.
Yes, it will have, yeah, without a doubt. When we get a big earthquake offshore, yes, there's potential. We lie on the northern boundary of the Caribbean plate, so we are going to see movements along that plate boundary. And in our region, just north of Jamaica, there are two faults, and when you go further to the west, which is where the earthquake happened, there's just one fault. They join together. So there's a greater amount of movement along that fault than the other two, which is about split evenly. So what the reality is that as the plates move against each other, you eventually get to the point where stress builds up. Now, sometimes it's released as small earthquakes, but sometimes it's released as big ones.
The 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck in the Caribbean Sea on Saturday. Its epicenter was located 209 miles southwest of Georgetown with a depth of 10 kilometers.
Okay, the simple fact is that when you get an earthquake of something around 7, there is a potential that an earthquake, certainly offshore, at 7 can generate a tsunami. So what happens is, usually for us, it's the Pacific Tsunami Warning System that actually comes into effect, and they will immediately issue a tsunami warning, and that will stay in force until you can confirm that there was no tsunami associated with that large earthquake.
Simon Mitchell, Professor of Sedimentary Geology at the University of the West Indies. Meanwhile, the opposition is demanding answers regarding what it believes was a critical lack of information about the tsunami warning. According to the opposition spokesman on local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, the public was only advised after the warning was lifted. On Saturday, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management posted the warning on social media with the timestamp Saturday, February 8 at 10 p.m. The release further stated that although Jamaica was issued an advisory for a possible tsunami, at no point was a warning issued for Jamaica. ODPEM said the main areas of concern were Honduras and the Cayman Islands. In regional and international news now, regional news. In the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Progressive National Party, PNP, has been re-elected to head the government. The Charles Missick-led PNP won 16 seats, the People's Democratic Movement got 2, and an independent candidate secured a single seat. The TCI Sun reports that the PNP won 58.7% of the votes for local constituencies for a total of 7. For at-large seats, the PNP won 60% of the votes with a total of 9. First-time independent candidate Tamil Seymour secured 1 seat, taking the PNP stronghold of South Caicos. The February 7 parliamentary election was historic as it ushered in the country's first 5-year parliamentary term in the British Overseas Territory. International news. The party of South Africa's ex-president Jacob Zuma on Monday filed a treason complaint against AfriForum, a group championing the white Afrikaner minority. This after U.S. President Donald Trump attacked the country's new law aimed at redistributing white-owned land. AfriForum has lobbied against the law in U.S. media and political circles, portraying it as part of a wider onslaught against Afrikaners. Zuma's MK party has accused the group in a criminal complaint of spreading misinformation to influence Trump. The U.S. president last week signed an executive order cutting financial assistance to South Africa, citing the Land Expropriation Act and Pretoria's genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. The Trump administration said Afrikaners, the descendants of predominantly Dutch 17th century settlers, could go the United States as refugees. And that's it for the news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:19.
More savings, more choices. Get active with Active Home Center. The one-stop shop for everything for your home. We have more savings, more choices, unbelievable prices. Wide selection with the latest style. The kitchen, bathroom, right down to the tile. Buy the hottest items on spot, don't miss out. Best options under one roof, no doubt. More savings, more choices.
Visit us in store or online at www.activehomecenter.com.
We have more savings, more choices.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. 3 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news, this is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. The full member stakeholders of Cricket West Indies have officially approved a historic set of governance reforms. This was done at a special meeting on Sunday. The landmark decision represents a significant step in modernizing the organization's governance structure, enhancing accountability, and ensuring the long-term sustainability of West Indies cricket. At the forefront of the reform is the introduction of a term limit of a maximum of 3 terms or of 3 years each for the position of president and vice president. This critical change ensures fresh leadership opportunities and promotes continuity while preventing stagnation and aligns Cricket West Indies governance framework with modern best practices. Additionally, the reforms include the increase of the term of the president and vice president from 2 to 3 years. This change will take effect from the next presidential and vice presidential election, which is due in March of this year. The governance reform process has been a strategic priority for Cricket West Indies, undergoing extensive discussions and consultations over the past few years, including insights from the Webby report. The full member shareholders who attended the meeting were the Barbados Cricket Association, Guyana Cricket, Jamaica's Cricket Association, Leewards and Windwards, along with Trinidad and Tobago. The introduction of term limits and the term extensions add to a list of other sweeping governance reforms designed to strengthen Cricket West Indies' operational structure and accountability. Matthew Briseke became the first player to make 150 on one-day international debut, but South Africa lost to New Zealand by 6 wickets in Lahore today. The right-hander made exactly 150 from 148 balls as the Proteas posted 304 for 6 in the second game of a tri-series that also includes Pakistan. Briseke hit 11 fours and 5 sixes and eclipsed West Indies legend Desi Haynes, who made 148 against Australia on debut in 1978. The next highest score on debut is 127. Briseke, who has played 1 test and 10 T20s for South Africa, opened the batting and was dismissed in the 46th over by Matt Henry. Jamaica's national senior men's football team played out a 1-1 draw with Trinidad and Tobago at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex last night in the second of their 2-game friendly series. Josiah Trimmingham, who plays his club football at Montego Bay United, shot the Trinis ahead after 29 minutes, but he moved from hero to villain when he returned into his own net in the 90 plus 4 minutes to earn Jamaica that draw. Coach Steve McLaren says the result is not a true reflection of the team's performance.
I was pleased with the final third play. Better, we created chances, more crosses, pullbacks, had opportunities, had chances, and it's something that we worked on. We need to work on even more, and that's always the final thing. But no, I thought in both halves really, we got into areas in the wide. I thought Green did well in terms of what he did. But we did deliver crosses, we did get fullbacks forward, but it's something that we do need to develop. And when we did, we had opportunities, chances, but we failed to take them. I think we deserved that at the end, we did deserve to lose.
Jamaica's football head coach Steve McLaren, his Trinidad and Tobago counterpart Dwight York, says the fans were the big winners on the day.
I expected the game to be a very competitive game, and I hope the fans that who's come in to watch the game is walked away and see two of probably the best teams in the Caribbean areas go head to head. It was highly entertaining, very aggressive at times, which we expect. Some good stuff in between all of that. I think in the end, I suppose that we will probably be a little bit disappointed in terms of the result, but I've always stated before, I have a bigger vision in terms of where we want to be, and this was a good test for us against a very good Jamaican team, and just to try and close the gap and see how far we are.
That's Trinidad and Tobago's national senior men's football coach Dwight York. Jamaica's under-17 football team will meet St. Lucia in Group H of the CONCACAF under-17 qualifiers in Guatemala City this afternoon at 5. The two nations last face-off at the 2000 edition when Jamaica won 2-0 in Group B in the first round. The young Reggae Boys are making their 16th appearance in the final round, and the Jamaicans are working towards a third appearance in the FIFA under-17 World Cup, and the first since Mexico 2011. St. Lucia is making its third appearance in the qualifiers, where it's searching for a first victory in the tournament. Albert Aarons, Nicholas Francis and Kwame Richardson were on target in Rockford FC's 3-0 win over Pembroke Hall in the Ray and Nephew Major League on Sunday. In other results, Red Hills United defeated Mountain View by 2-1. Corville Garden beat Central Kingston 2-0. Ligani United and Almond Woodford, they played out a 3-3 draw. Bull Bay and Maxfield drew 2-2, while Seaview Gardens beat New Kingston by 2-0. The Philadelphia Eagles demolished the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 to deny them an unprecedented third straight Super Bowl. The Chiefs were playing in their 5th Super Bowl in 6 years, and much of the pre-game hype focused on a potential three-peat. But the Eagles utterly dominated in New Orleans, in particular their defense, which showed why it has been the NFL's best this season. Kansas City starman Patrick Mahomes was sacked 6 times, and he threw 2 interceptions as the Chiefs' bid for NFL immortality was ruthlessly quashed in the Superdome. It is the Eagles' second Super Bowl win, having claimed their first in 2018, despite the Chiefs managing to keep their starman Saquon Barkley relatively quiet. Instead, quarterback Jalen Hurts the MVP, stepped up to silence those who continue to question his passing game, throwing a superb 46-yard touchdown pass to seal a humbling defeat for the Chiefs. The victory was a revenge for the Eagles' 38-35 Super Bowl defeat by the same Chiefs 2 years ago when Hurts put in a superb display but ended up on the losing side. This time, he helped Philip put the game beyond the Chiefs and was later named, as I mentioned, MVP.
God is good. He's greater than all the highs and the lows, and I think personally myself, I've just been able to use every experience and learn from it. The good, the bad, all of it, using it as fuel to pursue my own greatness. And I think I couldn't do any of these things without the guys around me. You know, we had a special group this year. We were able to learn from the past and get some nice new pieces and get over that hump. Number one, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships, and we saw how they played today. We saw the difference they made in the game, and they gave us opportunities, gave us short fields, and we're able to do what we do.
Jalen Hurts, man, top game last night. Spanish tennis star Carlos Alcaraz ended a tight final against the Australian Alex de Minaur to win the Rotterdam Open and to claim the first indoor hardcourt title of his career. It was a 17th ATP title for the 21-year-old, but his first since winning in Beijing in September. The four-time Grand Slam winner had to fight hard for the victory after third seed de Minaur won the second set to take the match into a decider. But a break of serve from Alcaraz in the sixth game of the final set proved decisive, and he went on to win the next two games to seal a 6-4, 3-6, 6-2 victory. The reigning French Open and Wimbledon champ, who also claimed the US Open in 2022, has won Grand Slam titles on all three outdoor surfaces. And finally in sports at this time, Campion College and Jamaica College will lock horns in Game 1 of the Urban Area ISA Under-19 Schoolboy Basketball Championship, and the Campion courts this afternoon at 3. In the other semi-finals, St. Catherine will take on Kingston College at Edgewater Court. In rural area action, Manchester High will take on Bel Air, and Herbert Morrison will tussle with Holland. Meanwhile, in under-16 competition, Manchester will do battle with Bel Air, and Herbert Morrison will take on Cornwall College. And that will do it for your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Sports is going to be back on the station at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Recycling partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place. Well, I said no matter about your class or status or title, got to be responsible and recycle. Yes, we are talk about plastic buckle boat. You have to make sure say you're the right type to. So look for the triangle with the one heart oh. Well, I don't matter could a yellow or blue. You have to just make sure them empty, collect them plenty, recycling revenue. So listen up Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every veins. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
To recap our top stories making the nationwide world at noon, Young Jamaica rejects the PNP employment allegations about senior party member Marlon Morgan. JLP MPs say the governing party is best placed to continue successes in various sectors. Information Commissioner raises concern over increasing number of data breaches. I'm Tona Thomas. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app, available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5.
Since 2016, 156,000 more Jamaicans are working. This is more than any other time in our history. Your government is caring for you. The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
12:32.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Tuesday, February 11. The inaugural Cyber Smart Conference under the theme Stay Safe in Cyberspace will address the growing threats of cybercrime and cybersecurity challenges. Learn how to fend off hackers at the Cyber Smart Conference 2025. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. It's the Cyber Smart Conference 2025 at the AC Marriott Hotel. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honeybee
and Curry Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. What you said.
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezone blinddates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Timeline with the Stinger Honeybee.
Good afternoon. 24 minutes going up to 1 o'clock. It's all about what's trending on the timeline now with Honeybee. Good afternoon, Honeybee.
Good afternoon, Cliff. How are you doing today?
We're good.
Happy Monday.
Same to you.
Boy, as the week starting, there's a bag of things.
Bag of things.
I was listening to you this morning when you started at 10 and boy, it was so heavy. I was like, my gosh, cannot catch a break.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
You can't do a program like this for more than 3-4 days a week.
No, indeed. You do need time to refresh and to release all of that tension. Because you carry it in your body and it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot to engage with.
Yeah.
And man. And on that same topic of, or obsession with social media or obsession with capturing everything and posting it for likes and for views. Like, I don't know, we've just become these junkies, just walking around, just locked in the system, locked in the program, just like our whole being and our idea of ourselves. And what makes us feel good, all that is locked into how many views we get on social media, how many likes we get.
Yeah.
And, if it is that we're relevant there at all. And it's insane. And how are we going to break out of that when it's like it's getting more and more intense? We're just going to self-destruct.
The algorithms are so effective.
Yeah.
That it's way past being addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah? And...
They know you. Because they're watching you and they're tracking you through all of these different applications.
Exactly, and they keep on feeding you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you will spend hours upon hours just doom scrolling. When you look, that your day is finished and you haven't accomplished anything, you haven't done anything.
Exactly.
And that's how they keep you where you are. We're going to self-destruct.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that we came across over the weekend with Rosalie. And her situation.
Yes.
The police coming into her home and recording her. Now, there are quite a few accounts that say she had about 2 opportunities to put something on.
Yeah.
I did not see that video.
Yeah.
So allegedly, people who have seen that video claim that she did get about 2 opportunities to put on something and refused.
Oh.
However, a video should not have been recorded. Why?
Yeah.
Say, for example, I initially thought it was the cam. It was the body cam. Because I know that's something that's rolling out. Police officers are wearing body cams. But apparently it was a phone.
Yeah.
Because Rosalie, in one of her videos, says she saw the phone. She saw the officer with the phone. But fine. That happen. How do you reach my social media? How does it get there?
And that is what the JSAF must find out and deal with.
Post haste.
It's wrong.
Absolutely.
It's wrong.
In
It's
every
not
way.
to be done. Yeah.
Massive violation. And she's saying, they're in there, and I'm asking them if they have a warrant. They don't have a warrant to search, but yet still they're here in my home at this time of the morning. I am naked, questioning us. You know what I mean? Questioning my partner, making a video, and then that finds itself on social media. Listen.
That's embarrassing for the JSAF.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Extremely. Because what are you thinking as an officer? Your first duty is to protect, is it not?
Exactly.
So you come in a space and you see a woman and she's vulnerable. You do not proceed until she's clothed.
Yeah.
How?
You have to protect her.
My gosh.
Just like those who took out their cameras and video Price Johnson in her most vulnerable moment, about to die.
How? How is that your first instinct?
Yeah. And then post it online. I call it cannibalism.
I heard you.
We are devouring each other.
Yes. In every way, figuratively, we've devoured our whole sense of self and our dignity and our morals, everything that matters, everything that we're supposed to protect that makes us human and takes us away from the days when we used to live in caves. Everything that we've worked towards, civilization, we're just destroyed. We're going to self-destruct if that's what it is. This thing here, this social media, and this incessant desire to be on it and to be seen there. Yeah, man, that's going to destroy me. It is going to destroy us. There we go. All right. The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was yesterday.
Yeah.
The 59th Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're into it?
Yeah, well, I don't really understand the sport that much. You understand?
Me too.
American football.
I don't understand it.
But, as someone who
it's
loves...
a big commercial event.
Cliff, how much do you think it is for a 30-second spot on that?
It's about 250,000 years?
8 million. What? The most expensive it has ever been, up $1 million from last year. $8 million USD.
30-second spot?
For a 30-second spot there. It's just it's incredible. So know, but it's the most most watched. It's the biggest event sport-wise.
How
in
many
the
million
United
people
States.
watch it?
Last night I'm not quite sure, but I know that it's. Okay, Nora, get on that for me, but it's millions of people across the United States.
Yeah.
Not to mention the people who are there in the stadium.
Right.
And I was telling you last year that the performance, the halftime show, it's free.
Oh.
Yeah. The artist is not paid. 62.5 million global watchers. Global. So not just in the States, because obviously, I mean, everybody in Jamaica did it. Nationwide was at 100 yesterday.
The watch party.
Yes. Boy, things was there as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's enormous. Okay, I cannot underscore how impactful this event is, and so to get on it and to have an advert on it or to perform halftime there, you know, say everybody is gonna see you. And so Kendrick Lamar, he did a halftime show. Your president was there.
Yes, Donald
Trump.
When we want to talk to you about this Kendrick Lamar performance.
Yes.
Poor me was struggling
to understand
what the hell he was saying.
Yeah, it's intense because it's hip hop and it's rap. So if you're not a rap fan,
so when them said him, I saw in the group or news group, they said he took down Drake.
Yeah, man, Drake obliterated, man. Drake done. Drake's finished. Drake what? Drake who? Listen, like it's the ultimate end to like I mean, listen. Okay, so you've had rap battles.
Yeah.
And then you've had this rap battle. Okay?
What's the genesis of it?
So it's hard to trace it. It's hard to trace it as to the exact point when things went sour between them, but it's something that had been, you know, developing and unfolding over the years. And you know that Billboard has named Drake as the second biggest streamed artist globally. Like, Drake is a massive artist commercially, but Kendrick is a different dude. Kendrick is about messages. His content is about social issues and activism. You know, he won a Pulitzer Prize. This man is not a normal human being. So even though Drake has the people and the masses, and people would say, yeah, Drake is the club artist. Like, he's got club bangers. He's got bangers all over the world. Everywhere you go, people know Drake. People may not know Kendrick. However, to go up against Kendrick in a rap battle is to sign your own death sentence. Because how? He's the intellect.
Okay.
So sure, you may have, you know, your little quirks and your little quips, and you may come with your this and your that, and everybody, oh, Drake. But when it comes down to true lyrics and really breaking things down, that's Kendrick for you. He's the mastermind. And so for a lot of people, of course, a lot of people are like, it was boring. And sure, it's going to be boring to you if you're used to just this sort of popcorn entertainment. It wasn't about entertainment. It was a protest. He said it at the beginning of his performance. He said that this is a revolution, and it is televised. Okay? So every moment, every symbol, everything. So starting off from Samuel L. Jackson, who in essence was representing Uncle Sam. He narrated the entire performance. Okay? And he, too, played the house Negro in Django. I don't know if you've seen that film. So he was there throughout the performance saying, hey, make sure you do it right and white. We don't want this to ghetto. Behave yourself. So it was just this idea of juxtaposing what America wants you to be and what, you know, blacks are defiant in being. And in Black History Month as well, that was quite significant. And the way his set was it was a game. I don't know if you've ever seen Squid Games. So it's this idea of the rich killing the poor, and of course you saw all his dancers in blue and red and white. So it's going to be hard to follow if you're not a Kendrick fan, if you don't know his music, if you don't know that he's all about social activism.
I was struggling.
If you know, so for a lot of people, it's like, this is boring. But for the people who know, they got the symbols. They got what Kendrick was doing. They got the statement that he made to America, that he made to the world.
After the break, tell me about the need for him to have performed the Song of the Year, is it?
Yeah, They Not Like Us 5 Grammys?
Yeah, after the break.
Okay.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
14 minutes to 1.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
So we're back with you, Honeybee.
Yes. So They Not Like Us is the biggest hip-hop / rap song of 2024.
Okay.
It won 5 Grammys, all right? So these Grammys are Song of the Year,
Yes.
Record of the Year, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, and Best Music Video. Music video having about 231 million views on YouTube. It's no small feat. And what's so grand about this song is it's from a rap battle. This is not a song he just put out as a single. This was a part of the feud with Drake.
Oh.
And it just became an anthem globally for black
They
people.
not like us.
They not like us.
So who's
they not
they?
like us. Everybody will not like us, Cliff. Everybody like Drake and like Trump and all the other people, okay, who don't stand for anything. All right, all these people that's just about the popcorn music. All these people are just about the money and the commercialization.
So anybody will not like
yeah,
against me.
People who don't
They
stand
not
for
like
nothing.
us.
They not like us.
Yeah.
You understand? They haven't been where we've been.
Yeah.
They haven't fought the fight that we've fought. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's all of these different things.
They not like us.
They're not like us. But at the
Ah.
same time, this song is currently in a lawsuit because Drake is suing. Okay.
Kendrick?
Not just Kendrick, but Universal Music Group, because he's claiming that Universal Music Group used bots and all sorts of other ways to push this song and to get it streamed more and to get it this and that more. You understand? Sore loser, but hey, okay? And just to say, I like Drake. I like Drake's music,
Yeah.
all right? But the truth is, if we're going to look at somebody who is trying to point out issues that black people are facing and trying to uplift the black race or just, you know what I mean? Versus somebody who's just making music for making music to be rich or to be hype, I'm going to choose the guy with the message.
Yeah.
All right? We have the short clip here from just showcasing some of the moments, showcasing Samuel L. Jackson that he brought on and Serena Williams.
Yes.
Serena, you know Serena is Drake's ex, right? And Drake had a lot to say when they broke up.
Yeah.
And it was a whole moment when she came out dancing the crib, okay?
Yes.
On that They Not Like Us diss track for Drake. Let's take a quick look.
It's your uncle, Sam. And this is the great American game. You're almost there. Don't mess this.
Oh no. They not like us. No. They not like us. No. They not like us. What? They not like us. No. They not like us. No. They not like us.
Out. Real slow. Baby, you stop. Like a pose. Come and put that on my soul.
Let me hear you say. They acting bad for somebody, gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas for somebody.
Okay.
Oh.
So these are the only people that Kendrick took with him on stage. And for a lot of people are saying it's boring also because this is the first time a hip hop / rap artist is doing the Super Bowl by himself as the main act. We've had people come on together in groups and you know what I mean, and done a lot of different hits across the board. But people are used to pop artists and, you know, songs you can sing along to and so
Right.
on. But this was a protest, right? This was a whole moment.
They not like us.
They're not like us. Big up to the Eagles, by the way, for winning. Oh my gosh. Yes. So it's all of that.
But the
It's all
game
of that.
itself was boring.
Why me not watch it? Hey, listen.
40-22, right up until the third quarter.
I
It was
know.
34-0.
Murder.
Yeah.
Murder, man. Congratulations to them. Before I go, so so last week, you know, we were talking about Beanie Man. Yes, and he came on Drink Champs and the whole Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago jogging. Trinidad still jogging, by the way.
Oh.
But Vibes Cartel has made his way on Drink Champs. Now we know that this was gonna happen because Drink Champs is smart. If you're gonna have Beanie Man on your show, Beanie Man is in the States, he's gonna have him on your show, talking all sorts of stuff, he's the king of dancehall, blah blah blah, then you have to get Vibes Cartel before he leaves the States on your show, so he can, counter or
Right.
defend himself. So of course Vibes Cartel had something to say about doubles, because they had to ask him. Let's throw to it.
Do you eat doubles? What? Do you eat doubles?
I love doubles. Doubles is no, seriously. Doubles in Trinidad is like jerk chicken in Jamaica. That's why when he said jerk chicken or curry chicken, I had to take the shot. Right? Drink Champs.
Yeah.
Forever.
But you fuck with doubles. What's your favorite version of doubles?
My favorite version of doubles is the one that dude don't like.
Oh
no. Right. So you can hear him there saying his favorite version of doubles is the one that dude don't like.
Mm-hmm.
That dude, of course, being Beanie Man. Yes, it's gonna be another week. So they haven't released the video in full yet, just a small clip, and so I guess we'll see more stuff coming out of that interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Vibes was able to hold it together.
Listen,
under the liquor.
To me at that point, him seemed like him did a go. So I can imagine how it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Well, thank you very much, Honeybee.
All right.
Yeah. A lot to chew on there and to think about and to chat about. Thanks to our producer, Norege Banton, our technical operator, Kevin Williams, our callers and our YouTubers. Yeah? Puchilu, what Cliffa say? LOL.
See what Villa is saying? Villa says, all these years listening to Beanie Man saying Zaga, I didn't know it meant a big, derriere. Because it doesn't, Villa. He just made that up in the moment.
Yes.
So they played this clip of Beanie Man encourage the footballers and I say, Jamaica team do nothing, gel together, do no best, go down, play on the best. Zaga, Zao. He said at the end, what?
Oh.
How? It can't, obviously it does not mean a big nothing.
Nothing.
Because how could you be just saying that randomly? Anyways, we love you, Beanie.
All right. Take care of yourself to everybody. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loy Gale. See you tomorrow morning at 10.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes.